two of the 3 goals and Ronaldo eshe back. Ronaldo goal no na penalty na Ronaldo at the two net no and our Kessben television. So now when we say 0 free last year, ABC this season we bought 87 matches. Now we share 79 goals for Al Nassr. Now Ronaldo in the Saudi Pro League nankwan a 60 matches and one ball and we share 60 goals. 15 assists. And in 60 matches our league nankwan Ronaldo our 75 goal contribution. Now in all competitions for Al Nassr from day one Ronaldo joined the club no 90 matches and one ball and wash 81 goals 18 assists and Ronaldo our 99 goal contribution for Al Nassr and the next match social goal and that's all assist not just our team contributed 100 times for Al Nassr in terms of goals and then assists. Yanko Turkey, when you say that final bache, Omon Edin by 3 goals to nothing. Omon any Kasim Pasa and a boy, some match I'm Kasim Pasa, a boy no. After the game, Marino coach Emma final bache no, or Gada Kasim Pasa players no, I war failed no so. Ana ono mu din komo etu omofo say omo a very young team nanso omo ma dem no e wo stropa nti Jose Mourinho ana ene eye opposing team Kasim Pasa for no edin komo after the game you be say Jose say dey importe ana okachire players no moment response the special one at the man.
The coaches did a very good job. I saw that in the match they played in the cup against a team that I cannot say the name because it's too difficult for me. Wow, it's so difficult to say it. They are a good team. They are a good team, and hopefully in the next 2 matches in the cup, they will have the opportunity to keep doing it because it's a fantastic opportunity for them that the club decided to give them. So congratulations to them. And it's not part of the question, but I see your colleague just in front of me. I want to apologize to you because you are a good journalist, you are a good guy, and in the other day I think I went it looked like I went against you when in the end I didn't want to go against you. I want to go against what I see every weekend. But because I couldn't fight the weekends, I had to fight you. So I want to apologize to you.
Wey Jose Mourinho ana echire musera Kasim Pasa for no omo lose 3 there nanso only person kasa because omo ya there omo very young na when so a big opportunity more no fast akonya na so epan centroni baako actual so previously now on person be attacking no so at the end say a attack on the centroni and open watch so weekend person attack matches no so anko ya and all the attack and central for Jose Mourinho ampa ana ehu abeg e won central for enhyiamu I say Di Maria are retired from international football. Portugal national team no omo ya de Portugal krom ho and I say Di Maria e wo nanso oboma Argentina national team because oya Argentine na retire after Argentina omo national team after say omo win last Copa America no now we say among Argentina national team players no omo mbenya anka Di Maria on for retirement emra no some see can be and for Argentina national team because players in the past are a lot to offer to players no and in for no e kasa say omo Di Maria now so na 18-year-old afei no one sign the first professional contract obebo the whole of the game na on go back ebaye and Rodrigo enya goal number 3 match highlights no and our Kessben television so now wouldn't say the last 9 editions na the free set Super Cup no almost the same no Barca and Madrid almost Asia 9 times Sunday Clasico no ebe mark the 10th time almost Asia the new era of the Spanish Supercopa de España. Now 9 times no Madrid win 7 and Barca win 2 and Sunday Clasico no why and win na enran sensempi and a PFA sa match no Raul Asensio call for describe and said the new Sergio Ramos and on the free bench ebe yi Chouameni every mo na Raul Asensio and na enye easy cran on Matthew Mafio and run enye easy cry entokwa no wo park no so enye easy enti said the Ramos and the nema pepepe ena Raul Asensio so ball no abebo no solid ebe no ntokwa so a wan twema akra nti ena Vinicius ntokwa na okono Raul Asensio ena beje ntokwa no enso ekon na ball hankasa pa de wo field no so you had the performance against Mallorca na e was so pa only say obesi akan the last 35 minutes only be yi Chouameni said ye over na otache ball 30 times or completing 24 of the 25 passes, one penny pass and back up and I say yeah, 2 passes over the final third and 3 accurate long balls of area balls mienu na ban interceptions and so we need 2 and tackle 2 or recover balls no makuma 5 into enra na Raul Asensio the new Sergio Ramos no na onye bad crunchy final match so let me abo and I say medical team no declare say Chouameni fit and Chouameni you could prior na o defend a set piece cross ne bar yape and Chouameni say or head the ball you and say other form enti enra Chouameni enso a print be help Chouameni prano now so medical team no confirm say Chouameni okay wa recover enampo at a point of free mu no or sabetena bench enti ne ho atona sa match eba so Sunday enti area ball na okoye no na opran no na Kessben Sports so classic no Chouameni fit and available say obesi akan edi etia Barca na ntokwa na so no ne nyina no Pablo Matthew on the Vinicius ntokwa no started 2021 no about 4 seasons ago Vinicius my boy ni a red card ne free ho omani enhia ekra before the match no ball ne kan sempi etia Vinicius na match no so ekos na the point impo Vinicius of financial chile na battle no na enye isi kra na no na Chouameni say boy we or your problem and some obeka actually Vinicius park no so no aya na ensem fatakra na anya ono nkwa na obi a na nje with the attitude of Midfield obeka Steve McManaman or your former Real Madrid player or say any man Midfield or no disgusting na embarrassing nim guasie na esanso time pa so betu ani esu yonko player ho na any game one na ye ne tantan there be we dey ensene mfanta na Vinicius Junior Madrid on my last La Liga game goalkeeper na before pia na ketua bi pe Vini enya red card into as a players no afom ho adwene omne Vinicius ekoboba na omom enso no abufuo yebisa Lucas Vazquez say entokwa no dia na kofa bae or some Madrid a really game no classico no ana omo focus ana ye to us we say Dani Olmo and Paul Victor Barca for are you stand game ana all can area for because Atletico Madrid at the statement about Bontian omo happy with the 2 guys no omo registration Lucas Vazquez said on besa obeka sam matter no obesa obeka ho bibia na Carlo Ancelotti Madrid manager okasaifa na win ne ho say Madrid performance no na enye de omo pe nanso oma win ni ekipo clean sheet classico no Sunday ho na omo concentration ewo momiente Carlo Ancelotti.
The final against Barcelona, which has very fast players.
Yes, but let me tell you, it's not that we played at our best level, but it's been a good team performance. And I think we deserve to win after all. We've done well in the past. We also had Chouameni's injury, but everything is under control because Raul has come in well. He's used to playing with us, and we're going to prepare the same way for the match against Barcelona.
What is your opinion on the images we all saw yesterday of Barcelona's president? Don't you think this affects the competition?
I'll respond the same as I said before. I don't want to comment on these matters. The whole issue is complicated, and I prefer not to talk about it.
What do you think of the fans?
Madrid, I'm take a decision, sir. I'm encounter bibia. Lucas Vazquez, Sony Bibiaka, Carlo Ancelotti, Sony Bibiaka, na Classico no, and I'm winning attention. Home Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri, and Mohamed Salah Basso, or say Salah, or your beer, or what skills. Nemum or ya dear papa, you can't born a bopa there. Salah one of them into Rodri and Mohamed Salah and so Abaso. Na young Ramon or Barca so ye Ronaldo Aroho to Juventus no Juve for any boy in agent Edin Como na a loan deal and Juve epe Ronald Araujo na sika ambeso mutua Emma Barca no 5 million euros till the end of the season. Na omo dia shim say boy no ebolo ni wi a omo beto no 20 million euros na omo set a bonus of 5 million euros. It is a proposal way and Juve ede ekwakoma Barca here sika we dey eswapanti anha na omo enso abon ede agu. Barcelona percent omo find long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski na Victor Gyökeres, striker of the moment, the Obama Sporting Lisbon ono na Barca for a personal down say omo enya next year kabetimi abon pa Lewandowski in age no our 30s na omo here young player for longevity obetimi abo edi ama Barca enti Victor Gyökeres and striker omo eni enso ewon ho Barca omo vice president of marketing Jules Gil ono enso a retire wa resign edi a free Jumedia wodi Emma Barca enti ono na boy broke a lot of deals including Spotify deal and I feel Barca man any mema no omo eniema naming right of company na sifoni nyina no ono ne broadcast adi no mo na say die Julie Gil no or the Jumedia ato as the vice president of the marketing team of Barcelona. Na Lenny Yodo Man United omo defender Yakobisa no say ono growing a player ben and a span player ben in a mentor man no so or say Sergio Ramos any player growing up na ohene pa oye young standing na otahwe Madrid omo matches Ramos personality no ono Lenny Yoro no nani edge ho ye papa Man City epe Omar Mamouche na Omar Mamouche darling boy of Egypt Ghana ni Egypt AFCON no ono the share Ghana second goal na match no epaye no akoda way say dear or ya agree personal terms onangasa ne terms there on Man City awie akase Frankfurt as a club no and Man City and so ebe wie enti yes achekwa na by weekend there na aye so clear say boy ne beba and as Frankfurt ebe di sika no ebi enso aka ho enada na Noah Okafor AC Milan ede boy no enso eco loan na omo aye loan deal with a clause on betimi activity say Leipzig for per boy no at the end of the season there omo dey ashim say between 25 to 28 million euros no omo into second round of the league there no car for Kakobo Germany at the Aman RB Leipzig Juventus and Danilo edin komo celebrate the contract no omo ebe terminating na person boy no eko Napoli bananya wollen say obeko Napoli obesa the contract no omo twam into Juve and Danilo kasa said be ya omo terminating the contract running with Juventus omo a football club no Juve this weekend twin derby and omo any Torino na airball na Thiago Motta coach Emma Juve obesa or started Douglas Luiz you free Arsenal buy no ball on said nya bi emmo amanko fompo cancel window way until sebe close in the boy no ebetimi aba back into the Premier League na weekend wey there Thiago Motta per se Juve any Torino match no or starting Douglas Luiz or Honomo na AC Milan omo manager Sergio Conceição and ebo Rafael Leao abaso Mr. Leao and ebe the game changer Milan omo edge Italian Super Cup ewo Riyadh no Leao and a free bench Albano na Milan eda form 2-0 be and magic na Emma Milan SG a comeback ebe share 3-2 na Sergio Conceição ebo Rafael Leao abaso say our quality our DBA ebema player abeye what best into boy no on to asosa na onye ne ho na sky no ebetimi aye ne limit because oye phenomenon wey ene nsema coach no ade etudwa Arsenal pen Alexander Isak nanso Arsenal for ebetimi the boy na ba just a British record say Arsenal for ebetimi strike the boy no every Newcastle about is it Arsenal for any says kana say on betimi aye sa record na somebody Isak eba Arsenal omo anim ho na PSG aware of Alejandro Garnacho the situation at Man United say ono ene kobe menu Marcus Rashford mu nyina no enya club ni man omo ebe free enti make say PSG start here omo monitor ball nemum omo enfa official bid proposal bia enso emma for United omo a player way na yentoa so enko Liverpool aso Luis Diaz Liverpool omo player say or form pa na the contract no aka 2 years na abana wie ye Liverpool pese omo ne boy no kasa na o extending at least be 5 years more na kan contract no economy first proposal no boy no we declining we reject this offer now Liverpool edi amano na bossa for na boy no aso say mema no extend na 2 seasons there eni achire next year ba the following year na oba as a free agent into bossa for shechira omon boy no aso say ni kwan so extend the contract with Liverpool a football club Brighton and then Dortmund and so monitor Harvey Elliott Liverpool midfielder no also o start and a slot Emmanuel starting games no na 2 clubs Baku Germany Dortmund and a Premier League club Brighton so in your boy na omo enso per say they did try to Chelsea as well Chelsea bet me outflow as many as 9 players January window here Chelsea bet me about 9 players kwine and na no mugu so a omo ehwe ho nsem emu Baku Christopher Nkunku and there up to the boy say Nkunku cock Chelsea as person or catch on so person called there omon ebetina superm azo disaster Ben Chilwell Drisbury Hall munyina no eka ho bi say Chelsea ebetimi sa players no omo enso ekwan award no ada Roma ko focus on sem no ye fancy
Tony Montana
award winner
edebesia na yatwa so chiri ko rooms na aka no na Mr. Omehwewa maminya on 10 keke so na Tony ase dua batabo ni twa no ana edin kakra keke but yem fancy ha
soft keke
yes keke
soft keke
yes pacho manko kan bibia
o da bi soft keke dia
menena akobom punimpu
ye
yes
ye
atwede no so step me frona ono so
isane
but yem fancy ha na keke dia so no say
suffocate
yes
yenchia no reverend fani ni agro kra
very effective na obadwuma minimum time am de badwuma office for some more time
more time
almost sign bibia ni
watch check by 7:30 they also
na wadwuma cause oni ni kunu team be gina street ni so bon koma be 1 hour no mu gina ka no
me wan so mu fifi na eba ma observe sad but na mentimi nka say ya waresem nti na me beseme ka ho hwe ba nya me nkwa na ma observe so so hu ni kunu team be pack ka nsi ha be 1 hour no mu di nkomo omo sram say eh na nya fi na mu fi ba
obi akoda na be bi nkuru obi hia no pa ya na
on be so be jani kuna manako ni kun so be so be jana manako
what's what try worry for years do be edo
on be di odagu
on be sir sa
na we bugi client titi
ayi nkwa na a friend say
ella timi fa for no friend
ella so no need o ha
Debbie
Chaliba Chaliba yeah Chaliba nkwa ti
o timi fa for friend say Mr. the why no dey twaso twaso na bra why na me nkwa na
ya kan see ni so be twaso when twaso as mama be karo o de yonko o bedjuma o nu kunya na ba o si form bedjuma and so be 1 hour na odina o ti ka no wa si form
odiodo
Esther opa office o mama mura ho all right yen to aso mo for messages no mra na yen hwem ma o mesra o munim say na Friday enti messages no ese questions nkwa amode ebre yen 055159993 055159993 ho na yeji mo WhatsApp messages no na fe 0244 263 0244263902 and any videos yeji WhatsApp videos ani nyina no questions na mo de bana be da for trance ya ho adwuma krankra e de amamo we say fiada tima mo fa bibia ma enye questions ni die mu a esremu a Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 free February bosume de toso mienu ya catch them say stations no ebi eba beka ho ni nyina no Kessben ya bako ba bia obo hu say Kessben TV Plus ɛyɛ ne wɔ hɔ Kessben TV Plus ɛyɛ ne wɔ hɔ sports no so den sanso ɛna Asida TV ɛno so no mo a titiri na mo hwɛ ɛwɔ digital no mo benya ɛwɔ Asida TV ɛne miamia ahodoɔ pii nti no abi ɛte sɛ nyediafoɔ mo ba no February 2nd no sɛ musika no mo triple no baabi a ɛbɛtete mo nka no yes ɛbɛtete mo nka no ɛnyɛ easy kra baabi a bɛwura bia ɛbɛto nka yes
yes
sɛ bɔkɔ space with them sɛ bro nya bia na to life etwa mu a obebre papa
me come cho
dey na dey brand of you
me da say etiefo ene adofo nyadua herbal center yaba ye koya yabo bronya Erade adom ye de akogo yesi afifofro mu na Erade adom onipa biara afi atono no waye nsura nyankopon de ne nsura adom ye ya de aka eye ahweye ene bambo na de boye be ye ho ban eye nyadua enuru no eye nyadua herbal mixture nyadua MF mixture anasa nyadua MF capsules na enuru no se wo pebi atwa na wo de wani atwe mu e wo pharmacy shop chemical shop and a herbal shop okwa obenya nyadua enuro ni bibia ato ne a wo pendodo etunso emfa nani entremu e wo ke engine asoye ye wo imrom Abidjan house afei atonso Monaco junction okwa obenya nyadua enuro ni bibia ato eye nyadua medofo padua eye eduro dua sayawe dua mapomde mapa na dua nso to yawe ase nyadua herbal center yenro a yedi abadwaman eso no mesro se obepe bi anom esanse ena yawe tetara haban so yekodi bronya iba ya dodo na eyawe dodo na akwaje mpa e wo hospital edi entia menipa bi ka kire me se abi se yedi Christmas ewie occasion day bia eba na se ye celebrate ewie a eya na yawe edoso pa na mbisa se ade wo se eya na ye manipadua no bibia overdose e wo nipadua nim ye didi overdose ye nom overdose ye we bibi overdose ye gi ye ni overdose eba ne sa na ata nipadua nim na bra ni je na kɔ wie no na afi na ni nyina aboa no na ye yade a ebedi nipadua no aporo eno nti se wo tie me mesro wo se won China yade no so de antu ni tene afon kudu hospital no anka se afifufuro mu na me yade debi eno nti ade a wo be ye ne se wo be nom adura ye fra no nyadua MF mixture nyadua MF mixture anasa ne capsules edro ne woni nsuo ene ye wone topaye se wo pani nsuo ana wato open ne topaye ana wato nyadua MF mixture anasa ne capsules no eye for general well-being me patro eye for apomuden asetena pa apomden ewomu onipa biara oyete asefo se wo pese wunya asetena pa apomden ewomu dia ene edro ba kope ena mekanfo edi amount edro no eye nyadua MF mixture nyadua MF capsules me patro se wotie mi a wo hia hoten se wopomden besipi na esita eye ahoten medofo pa se wo sori anope woni ahoden a wontimi enko nyuma eso empo ofidie ni kra wontimi enso eno ntima wopomden ensom wobo se de ye japade bi esom yebo se de ye fon ne ye ka bi esom yebo no ye ma yapomden ensom yebo sa na ejikinkre dakope a ye peja enye yie wonsom so meme de meka se eno ne nyadua HH herbal mixture nyadua MF mixture nyadua MF capsules kope bi eto enom me patro edro ye saso de boost immune system eye double eno nti nyadua MF mixture nasa ne capsules no sa wo pese wo hye onipadua no nkomwa no eden wo pese wo boost immune system ena ebo ye nipadua no ban afri yade eho me say en China enyare ansana wokpe ayaresa dan da mesro wo say wo bepe nyadua MF mixture nyadua MF capsules edro ne mu bia na wo dia hye onipadua no nkomwa no eden na wo dia bo ho ban afri yade eho enkomwa a immune system system no dane da ejina okono dane da ejina ne naso ye adwuma etia yade bi epese borua nipadua nim esansa wo ye oti asefo na wodidi na wonom nko ade chemato beba nipadua nim eba ne saa na dane da unya baby complain say eye wo ya medofo pay emma yare emeka wonto honom mesra wo say dane da obenom adura ye frano nyadua mf mixture anasa ne capsules fashion nipadua no nkomo no eden na omo ho ban emfiri yade bi a efa aduane mu de efa nsuo mu de efa mframa mu akọ nipadua nim no me patcho say immune system na ho do no e wo hra ebetimi akonti asa yade no amonya ofa hodie mesra so befa ofo no age doctor number no bisa question jinchemu abru me de eso any doctor ntwetwe enkomo ye number no eye 0554 36 56 31 0554 36 56 31 edino eye nyadua mf mixture and nasa ne capsules eye nyadua afa oyo obi a wutie mem o wo dwunso mu haw sa wo ye oba sa wo ye bema me pacho wonya sichi yade me pacho se wutie mi a ama wo dwunso ntantem onipa biara wo wutie me a wo dwunso mu haw wo twam obi nchan ya na onipa ko na twene ne aba peshow esan se dwunso ne bai e kan ne ho na eba dwunso ne kan ne ho na eba won pepresa wo ba Johnson na nyina enam ho eno te dane da watade mu anasa won tuma mu no Johnson agimu me pa cha tagifo wa ene watede ne ka wakoma to yem edura me kanfo ede amount edura beboa siesi wo Johnson twa no ede amount edura beboa yichi mato bi efa Johnson wo de afru ni padua ni eduro no eye nyadua mf mixture nyadua mf capsules me pa cha me se dua eye eduro na obi ho ma ye bobo eniema eduro we eye so a obeka se eduro ba akope monso mo ho enwanwa nokore awose ho eye nwanwa se woni mpanyi bi abusa no se onyina dua edi dwuma senko ama nipadua no busa panyi bi se nyame dua dwuma dodo sen enetimi di ma nipadua no ma memra fom kakra endura nipa dodo na enim kakra eye nunum wonyo no me pa cha obusa wo na bi se wonyo no nunum edia depot na yema nipadua na wa mo niema ba akoso obebo niema mako beburudu esanse tumi ewo habamamu tumi ewo nuamu chiro na numa asem se ye ni nua na ba na efa na haba na ensa yawe na chedi ampo numa asem atumi ewo munti no ahabama baako tumi ade achire eye tumi bebre ebetimi asa yawe bebre na we so yakeka no bra different bebre na abom na yede aye nyadua mf mixture na ne capsules no eno nti sa wo pa dance ewo apom den eho o pa yaresa ewo apom den ho edea ene edra wo hia eye nyadua mf mixture nyadua mf capsules o junso mu hawo wo ye oba o ye bema me pacho edra wo hia eye nyadua mf mixture anasa ne capsules ensasa na age onantem aboso wo gina nipa mu ana wo dwi wo gina nipa mu ana eye wo hene obi wo no ma eka na o ntwanani o se ne ferifo bi eba ene media ne so na aye pinso no o mistake ya na obi de wo kọ enso se de si dwane nti no wo yi nani a enye yie na ode ne nsa wura honom na eye ne hene menua ba menua bema emani gwase wei emfa onkodu ba bia ohwa bedi ho bone edura aba a ebeboa na siesie o masem esiesie o memasem eyi nka bone ensuo bone ebema obedwu nsoboko a ensuo bibia bone bia befru bema mu apie ama ho ato no eduro no eye nyadua mf mixture anasa ne capsules me pa cho nyadua herbal mixture e ho maye weda na ye wo mu no awo wom ehyew ewom edi adane eno na cho de trade ampotumi etie na edi adane no eno nti ema yare enso de ne ho achim emfuturo eba enso ento eno nti mfuturo ewo ho papapa kakra bia na wan wansi kakra bia sa woni esi kakra bia na wo bowa ofuru ka ba bia wonam nyina eye mfuturo nko a dane da obowa me pa cho se bacteria bi eko ni padua no emu a bon se etimi kra affect wani eno na abeda benya ne wani etwanchene eno na abeda benya na wani nyina yetentai wote a ente me pa cho so betie mi a ema efi emesai wani ema emosia bi enkogu wani eso me pa cho ema mfuturo bi emema wo mebowa enkofa yade foforo emeka ho edura me kanfo ede amao eye edura ye frɛ no nyadua mf mixture na ne capsules wonum na ato na wontumi enidie honam ya etetel honam re yo etetel me pa cho osore anopa na waye boho wo eni subre so aju ni pedua no aboso wotu nan sekim asa wiase echa ne ho malaria enso etete wo malaria boawura wo fie no akon wato form ena odi wunya medofo pay wo betimi awoso malaria no egu wo betimi akentene wo ho na ye dro ba kope na wo begina so edro no eye nyadua herbal mixture enu no adoso enu tisa wo kone ka kire wo say nyadua edro no asa na mom edro foforo no eye adwuma te se nyadua mento so aso ko na benya bi ato mebre no aso aha na mde obesie ensa dansa yem enkotodwe ku form mesrew ma wapom den ensom wo bo hwete yade bi afi ni padua no mu edro wo behia eye nyadua ko ba bi eton edro bia na ko pe yedro bi eto enom ya number no eye 0554 36 56 31 0554 36 56 31 edino eyenyedua yemo bibiara afisiapa afefofra yesimu afenkometo ya hotenso dase na yebehia
abiebe dasipa nyedua heba mesemo numbers na ode ato edwa no momfrɛ na mone omo eni enkomo na mo bia mo hia bia enso omo de ebe mao abi yemesa hia dase ne. All right. O kono so hwe ho so ye pa. Jana asemo sunsun fidie se nkofo metuto san fidie no. Enye fe kra ema mrante ene mema hodo but ye betintim me be ne dey. Hey, ayasemo. All right. Nyedua Mr. Mofre na mo no mo entwetwe enkomo Kessben television, Kessben 3.3, Kessben 2.9 Accra. Afei na emraso se mo questions na mo de ebre yen no ye behwem na yabo modea ayi bebre enso efri ho ede amamo ye yi no de amamo nti ufa brai 0551599933 0551599933 nafi eno ye WhatsApp line video line so 0244263902 kwa make Mr. Motoni monya videos no adwuma emfa emame nana complaint no edoso ewo ho edodo yema munyina kwa baba program yisu ebiom. Ruben Amorim has won just 4 out of his first 12 matches as Manchester United coach. Things haven't been even since Ten Hag left, having spent around £600 million on transfers himself. Looking at this situation, I'll be very happy if Marijata can analyze what a club has to do in January window and which areas to improve. Sir Phillips, Oti region, Dodi Abreye and Anopei and Ayegu and Tentem ede Amauno. The next one was Danny Olmo and Power Victor have been finally registered into the La Liga database system after the CSD precautionary letter to Barcelona. Kindly let Newton analyze how the club won this case against La Liga. Odro Safo Aputoja Deode Abreye Enono. Anytime you are complaining about the current state of the pitch or of pitches, I always get angry because no matter the effort you put in, it won't be fruitful. Remember, that sector is someone's dining table. So I want to know the current state of our pitches and which stadium is likely which stadium is likely to host the Black Stars in their next game. Okay. Mintimi who asama de ba Absa, also a student at Disadil College, una the way a buy. Also anytime you be complaining about the current state of our pitches, you get angry. Okay, no matter what because no matter what the effort we put in, and you're fruitful. Because that sector is someone's dining table. Right after that, I will say, I want to know the current state of our pitches. Mentiasi.
Aboni pusa. We no busa say Ukraine next game no yebaba way.
Oh, your third one.
Yeah, almost say yo.
Or second one no. Or for the next stage of our pitches. Pitches is also a discussion of both.
The second one to shoot to first one.
Yes. Time be about discussing pitches be another both.
Ne ha no pa.
Or ye den enkosia.
Obi no say yes
dining table. How did this so? We also open the current state of our pitches. Absa.
We are third one no. And was now you bobo next match.
Yes, you want to okay. Intina and also Absa. Oh, they buy you okay. Why is it that Barcelona is not part of FIFA Club World Cup? Okay, intino Mr. Moba, Ken Amani, and on our way and so ebae. I mean, got Kingsley Boachi Adam, Tamale. Also, within the last 2 decades, which team between Hatofuk and Asante Kotoko has provided the best goalkeepers, the best defenders, the best midfielders and attackers? The last 2 decades. If I'm sure mo de questions no eba interest yen ko na ese e kire adwi o uza na masa to amamo edu fiada enti yen adwi kire efa nkofo nsem musa hono muso metimi de madwi kire afa nkofo nsem musa ne yen adwi kire no na mo de abrain na yakekasi ania na ayekama kama pa 0551599933 Kingsley dia ode ebrain and so and no good morning general please I want to ask about the left or right wing. Which one is the number 11 and which one is the number 7? I'm Kinfire, Kumasi Crew from Mintiasi. Also, you can left or right wing. They're in S7, they're in 11. So 11 left, not 7 year right. And
once we only know we uncle.
And I be an Kinfire. Crew from Kumasi, they be another from Oka.
Oh no, it's number 7.
Okay.
It's number 11 left, and one answer.
If I was also Uniman as a Mintiase, we are so past Unima. Do you like a happy new year to you and your wonderful crew? Could you please ask your fantastic panel, Andy Kerr, my favorite sports analyst, to share his insight on whether the current Bayern Munich team can win the Bundesliga and the Champions League? Additionally, could he provide any updates on transfer news related to my beloved club, Bayern Munich? Sir Fresh, Takwa Huni Valley, and anyway, and so Ebre Yang. Maminko we so who are the best under 21 players in the world? The best under 21 players in the world. Let Newton pick his combined European 11 from this bracket. How different is Lamine Yamal from Cole Palmer, and who is honestly better? How different is Lamine Yamal and Cole Palmer, and who is honestly better? There will be Atuoguho Ama or Newton Latte, Marijata, and so no. There be we be winning Sunday near there no maka chem say na question senti mumfa nsema yense musankwa emreme. In Europe, why do they water some of the football fields before kickoff and even after the first half of the game? Mafu Pentecost Community Clinic Chifu Agona Chifu una di we and so abre di ntina omo water pitches no. Good morning general. I want to know the best teams in Europe based on this criteria. Number 1, number of prestigious trophies. Number 2, market value. Number 3, number of fans. Number 4, properties. 5, Ballon d'Or. 1, prestigious trophies. Number 2, market value. Number 3, number of fans. Number 4, properties. Number 5, Ballon d'Or. Intina de also the aba no. I am on Famodino and Cajon and Mamma who Baswa 2020 I was through honum, but one for Dino and my name said no idea. Nana sorry, anyway if you call a from planes and a abrayan, call a from planes and a abrayan. In a game of soccer, during penalty shootout, a kick goes against the goalpost bounces back to hit the goalkeeper and enters the goal. Is it a legitimate goal? During penalty shootout, a kick goes against the goalpost, bounces back to hit the goalkeeper and enters the net or enters the goal. Is this a legitimate goal? Nanasari, Kou Afram Plains, and Ama Yensa Aka sa message way. Kala Moyana or Drew Hantem Nankabe answer questions na a funny hono. I be boy panic quinding a free hono bano and yen. So we see main road crano. And Calabria on a friend saying, Afasia bon, Afasia bon. Ntibia waba adwumana mpanimfobia bahana obi e kama bi otia yes we see bia safu bantuma bia TUC bia say yes kala ose afase bon en ha bin kakra minti so obi
so be film palo so create si form no eno ye another journey so be film palo so no ade honam dua na tie si form oba kakra ne ka key finally oba fa ka key na wana wako
afase bon
asana traffic crash a china kusikwa
well penmubia na ye buka afase bon where is that bia region be in a war afase bon bia
obusa sase boa obusa where is that
yeah so well, for good morning, can this new government sack the FA president and unless he himself or unless his term comes to an end? Please ask Andy for me. CEO Big Man Aluminium Ventures Nkoko Unaudiwe Abreye. Going into the second half or second round of the Ghana Premier League, who are the potential to win the league after 47% of matches played, and which major areas on the field are to be improved ahead of the tricky curve? Derek Saseraku Offenso. Going into the second round of the Ghana Premier League, who are the potential to win the league after 47% of the matches played, and which major areas on the field to be improved ahead of the tricky curve? Derek Saseraku Offenso Unaudiwe and so Ebreye. My next question, if you and please, I want to ask your crew, where is Kwame Kizito, the heart of folk midfielder who played like Paul Pogba in those days? Kwame Kizito. But obisu ni maybe Kwame Kizito ewa utimi Ebreye na yetro to adwen na yentwa so enko Kwame Kizito obisi or he say. Mamimraha is scoring by penalty a chance or something that is done with much intelligence by rehearsing. Is scoring a penalty a chance or something that is done with much intelligence by rehearsing. Shadrach Japandu Unaudiwe Ebreye. Shadrach udifri Japandu and Ebreye Japandu well.
Japan so kind so. Be quite side. Japan do. Be quite side.
Kala hone ya fasebo anase bayebo.
Say you ka fasebo na je ni na bayre. Na se bayre.
Fasebo ne bayre.
Yeah, to your bon hona bon. Je dia hono.
O si fie fe o fasebo.
Kakraka.
I don't know. That's maybe if you be James and okay.
So who says pa hene TV na chihwe ya tutu famu a
obobo TV ne be ya ya so please. Good morning, Joe, and your wonderful crew. Please, I want Andy Kem to help with the head-to-head concerning Copa the Espana finals between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Greetings to my wife, Lydia Opon, and my beautiful kids Nana Yao Amponsa and Nana Mamponsa from Sir Isaac Abrokwa, headmaster, Sikania St. Methodist Primary, inside Sefi, Akontombra district. Wow. Hedi, we di pass ohun eye pa. students no nso ana peoples no nyinaa no ɔmo ho ɛyɛ questions nti ana mo nyɛ ntientiem nso ɛmfa ɛma me Sergio, can you give us the current transfer news in the Ghana Premier League? Yaw Kumsin would every tema ɛna abɛka yɛn nsa ɛnɛ anɔpɛ yi obi so ɔpɛ transfer news moma no transfer stories momfa ɛma no ma yɛnhwɛ the next one ɛno so ɛba aba ha ɛfiri Bismarck kronom aboahia Bismarck kronom aboahia one of the way and so Good morning, sir. Spain and Italy nowadays play their Super Cup, Super Copa Italia at Saudi Arabia, whilst recently Egypt also played their matches at Saudi. Can the GFA also organize same for our clubs so they can also get some money for their upkeeping? Bismarck Kronwa boy here anyway about Mohammed Osri
Empire games from Saudi.
Working hand in hand. Working hand in hand.
Most of them you know there is huge collaboration between in those FAs or Saudi and that of those countries, you know. I would say that huge collaboration and
no, they all ban okra nam one ho.
That's the one thing.
All ban ho.
And only asem.
The main idea about that one is Saudi as a country, I decided to almost the sports. Open up Saudi Arabia to the world.
Okay.
Omujidi say sports is one of the vehicular. Man crofo abekrumu because na edubebe ne crofo especially Eurofo no omadwen e wo Saudi Qatar ene sa na na sebia ya adwen a enye papa mususu sebio omo ye crofo bi omani mie ye crofo bi a but they know they've done a lot of great things over there. Enti how do we lure ye be twen crofo ama mo mabekruma no mabehu niema pa ye wa asi na boosty and tourism ene sa na man enti omo box na kese no mo tue sika kese now omama Saudi abeye baby ekutuku match kese omo gide free Nevada state the city of sin has lost it
Las Vegas.
and ne omo gi free Wembley London same Madison Square Garden is no more heard again the kingdom's arena in Saudi Arabia. In the same vein, they think that the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, the superstars, are attracting the world's attention to Saudi. Until they facilitate, emasa ekuku damfo ye nam ewo mu bo mu kromo se de be a nipa dodo na de o madwen be bo mu kromo na se bi impreduasa se wo se wo de asare mo ene ho
clubs the din obo Madrid abo Barca bo clubs the din
odom na kwa ubo mu dom be kisa what that so okay pesi e dey bechem united
much ha dey bechem go start at ho
ene diema eba
what's that in that kind of for now because ode ne be free UK buy also e wo no UK ho no atra ho all these years the best 7-8 years I don't know about Ghana now more na light no off if you want to say who is that
who is that
yeah to know
who is that
who is that now no I do like to know who is that
oh CK Rich Midfield Club I say who is that Abaka they two will grow man
that is obina do like to
who is that? Yo.
Say GFA Day, Ghana Premier League, FA Cup.
Saudi Arabia.
No, apart from now, Oka boxing, anyway. Say you, say wrestling. More one Adibia, my friend, Crown Jewel for bare 3 years, every year, Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Ube Undertaker mo, John Cena mo, and those all this. Yes.
All the big boys.
What money can do.
That's it.
Be pick your work up, no. Be pick your work up, no. Be siso.
And namu new who Eddie. The interesting thing is in Yisikapa, her baby, the last World Cup on the Qatar. Qatar only one neighbor that is Saudi.
Yeah.
All other aspect of Qatar is bounded by a desert.
Yeah.
Into neighbor Saudi. Into bisa we say World Cup akọ Saudi. Akọ Qatar. If free Qatar ba America, go back.
Yes.
To Saudi.
Yes.
Under normal circumstance, is a no.
Yes.
Because the World Cup called Qatar. Now free all the next one to America, back to Saudi. Why are the same country?
But it's
some games, Saudi game, Qatar. Omutimi the bus is 2,000.
Yeah.
And now for my no. Enti January iska Nesikano Sabi Uni Sikanzo Muma Quine. GFA president from Sanko Person boy be cry a classic super classic no kotokone house ukrumo cry once and bedding and yene be try tickets se visa no poso mbe maya na stadium no de behind no e bimpa e ho kan nyina betima sponsor a league nyina nti wadama inya nuru ho emfe na nkoto ni patenten ko ho na yentra ye pa bi
Sergio Ali ne Zamalek no ka no Saudi Arabian community no check the number of Egyptians also ewo Saudi Arabia ne Qatar ne important. So say Ali ne we ko ha virtually as a virtually home no mobile. Check the recent Super Cup of Kofia Champion.
You need to go and have to full supporters for Saudi.
Ubenya Ghana for ho but say you mo yesen.
Look at Sudan for mo support to Kwasiapia or Libya. Cry ye stadium no
who said you Sudan
but any bizarre
Sudan more border to Egypt Libya no a whole shut down what's so Sudan for bet me free on for Egypt for Libya
by road.
Yes,
Kotokone has that is Europe. England
okay. Yes, England
Kindly ask your panel if Man City can have a positive turnaround with the same players and same coach. If yes, what can they do to achieve that change? Or he mean the way for Sewia and Abreye. Good morning, Joe. I learned that Kwasi Appiah met with the Sudan head of state in a meeting with the 2026 World Cup. On the 2026 World Cup, okay, with them on top. With them on top? Okay. Do your panel see them qualifying for the Mundial? With them on top of the log? Okay. With do your panel see them qualifying for the Mundial? Okay. Philip, Edway, Ifri, Cape Coast, and Abba. Hello, Kessben Sports. There's some names that have been tipped for the sports ministry as President John Mahama is set to name his ministers. With a Boatin, Edway, Ifri, Techiman, and Abreye. Do I still don't think Kumasi Asante Kotoko is doing well? Wow. I still don't think Kumasi Asante Kotoko is doing well. Now, upon all the recruitments, Kumasi Asante Kotoko is still lying 6 below Hearts of Oak. It's an average team. Kwame Donko, and anyway, Ifri Techiman Abreye. Wow. Still, I was a Kotoko average team. Upon all the recruitment, kitty. Still, I'm down to 6. Into who say, Omo ye bibi kitty biya, sign. All right, there also the Abano. Yesterday was exactly 20 years Hearts of Oak won the Maiden CAF Confederations Cup. Can your panel relive some of the memories of the final against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Sebash Edway Ifri Salaga, and Enso Abekanyensa and Anopei with Didier Deschamps leaving France after 2026 FIFA World Cup? How many Mundial will he have appeared and who is tipped to succeed him? Koku Suarez, and anyway, Enso Abreye. Mikosi Kapa Methodist Hospital. Titi officially gets to work as the manager of the Three Lions of England. What advice or piece of advice will each of your pundits give him given the chance? Looking at Manchester United's performance under Ruben Amorim, can we say their problems or bad performances under Eric Ten Hag wasn't managerial? Sikapa Methodist Hospital Buraso anyway aba Sikapa why you doesn't come in ma fachame but don't worry pressure na refi no. Good morning sir boss boss playing your unbeatable undefeatable crew. Please, do we still have liberals and sweepers in the game of football? If yes, mention those players to me. Again, why do you guys always discuss the EPL more than the other leagues? But when it comes to football records, your EPL cannot be compared to Serie A and La Liga. So tell me why. Anefi Sunyai Zongo and anyway and so Abrayan. Me free Anefi ho why ho and Meko, why ho na Meko. Okay, my minister way quickly. Why na by Julian Caesar? And anyway, Abakumasi. Julian Caesar, say, please, can your crew help me with the current situation of Kumasi Asante Kotokos, Frederick Asare? Frederick Asare, number 1, has his contract expired? Number 2, has he renewed his contract? Number 3, why has he not been part of the team currently? Number 4, if his contract is yet to elapse, what plans does Asante Kotoko have for him, provided he is not willing to renew? Julian Caesar, Kumasi, Unaudi and so Ebreye. Kofi Dway from Toronto, Canada. Nana Odro Safo, in an answer to why the GFA is still owing referees for a very long time, said the referees had agreed with them to be paid on a period of time, not on per match basis. Please kindly help us to know the truth in his submission. There's a referee for now, I catch a GFA say, Omon Kambum, no Muntia Sikanamo, Momuntia Bako. Esa na am say 4 months so. The season no more can nyina bomana 6 months and our season half no more training nyina ma omo. O se na na oduro safo na kan baby minim o se open no kra was answer no.
Okano ha.
Na oduro safo kan ha.
Oh,
okay.
First day of the show.
Mickey mo tenem na.
Okay, na me near around. Okay.
Later we also spoke to Mr. George Sager.
Okay.
Referees chairman was say omuni GFA for Nyinshiamu Bia or Babia.
Okay.
Or no, as the chairman of the referee, there has never been such a meeting, let alone to agree on that.
Wow.
Until we even questioning and said, then which group did the FA meet? If indeed there was a meeting.
Okay.
And him for no do have no meet here. Coaches are saying to Joyce, they just say on this very network. On Kite the last time, FA no or more rag from Penny for Koyinshiamu.
Wow.
No matter what GBB said.
I see. So Oduro Safo lied.
That is what he said.
Kabe mo kakra. Say referees no mo complain say into omo karo. Say oba ko kan e chiri say yenka omo sika no mom. Na nye kakraka na even mom. Na me into na bako.
O say meeting ponko so
Oduro Safo.
Ne akokase bia o
waje. No so dey be man na be kasa say meeting bi anko so.
Nti na ebisa say ne ebiso group bi no makohie omo ba ebiso dey na obi antumi.
Okay. Good morning to you and your wonderful crew. I love your intelligent, in-depth and erudite analysis. More power to your elbow. Fly higher in 2025. Though yesterday, okay, I said, Joe, when I watched the performance of Reverend Hansen in the match between Dreams FC and Lions, I nearly wept. Said Ibrahim Sani Dara, it was so poor and disgusting that it can easily pass for the robbery of the year award. However, the argument from Dreams that poor officiating is everywhere, for me, is infantile and warped. Ghana soccer is sick. Yao Edupoku, former head of department, former head of English department, Opoku Ware School. Yao anyway abre me. Sisi oko pension. Yao na yi kakra yao he na fe warped ni erudite ni. Yeah, the brofu go ni trim brofu.
Na so you onko class into onya chance bi say so pia bi guya.
Ezi elder. Eh just get you.
Na elder na fire side.
Elder na fire side. Brofu bu trim.
Ayedin.
Nipa so ka wo bia na leje wo trim rank yi. Na nka ti chene ya na bi how to say ne de no form pa sabi.
Kiaman kaka.
Kiaman kaka na.
Me choose ka ko jibia man krofu bia onimo.
No, ni be be woody the kopa. That was all the.
Ha ge pa.
Be woody ni de
krofu de nema ko. Mbi so tia.
Nyankopon ya de bia utimi ginim de ni bia. Bi so de
krofu tia se so hia bi pa.
Ka obut ma bo bi dia o e ma no kakra. Ni dia no o form kakra.
E de kakra.
E de.
Ko be hia bi.
Ni de mitma anya bi.
Sa
for my man in dia kakra. Na e ti tete ana my friends o magic kakra. En kan dia o.
Kwaku continue na dia no.
E wa kakra.
Ba be ma kakra o dia no form.
If you back when you community papa for me no be am no na
yeah
bafa ba ko ba de be exams so mo the same class on the first
okay
we so ba no de be honorary ti na no the report by obi man ne ba na we ya no de ni wura dem no ka pon no see hweja ko fi mensa be de be sika o de man ne be bia na me de ma books bia me tokora ansa no to ne yeah boys exams bia no the first no worry uguma ni mase ne nu be wie wo dem a otwe aba na kwanse dada na me ja ku fi mensa odi ni nyansa wo ne ba na me so de je before
koto ngwano ma nyansa na bia wo me
ku mensa de nyansa wo ne ba odi first a de odi man no o de wie no
wo ha ne kasa te se okay tina bia every aso come
di bia ba ko me di bia mpi wa no
ni wana obi anga obi tete na ma no bia
Empathy na amode ya ni
but the free hanga din utrimba
bebre
awa wo din bia anga o ebetimi di nimdie bia ma o mo na
no bi
o
mi trim
ne dia no for mo
ndimi karwa
Sergio, will your crew still call for Ouattara and Ogum to resign, looking at their performances of late? Yasewa the way free kumso na abreye with your band ebusamo. Yeah, crew no ha. And still no more can. Ghana couldn't qualify for any major football tournament this season. But the FA is still in place, talking and releasing statements upon statements and punishing people for non-performance. Why can't they be punished? Yausechi, anyway, free Domiabra and so Abeka Yensa. All right, maybe so many BC and Maka was videos and so kakra abayba. Na fi edinyano ni ade nyinano enso abremo Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 a free February bosomi na dey to so mienu pamcho Kessben TV plus enso eba den usabeka sports no e wo so sanso na Asida TV mo ana munye digital na sesei amoso yitwi kakra aba no nhia na ye no Asida TV on sa be kan mo a open ahwe o digital no ni nyina enso hye no da kwema eba February da to so menu na sa hye nyina no eba WhatsApp videos kakra
Pomti said acha miss ko ni metia mo nyina because everybody time the street Sergio pacho Ghana yi Premier League na ayebo no ade bi koso a yema no kure ni menti ase se referee sisi obi na nipa no ebe ka se bi referee sisi mi se pe ye se ya charge obra be you are no enti me pese me hu say obi di ubone na okpa mu ka onokura eye bone ana ni ya charge no eti league na ye bono reference si ya say team bia ni kwa say obetimi akasa wo mu ene me nko ade a ene mpanyimfo no say reference si ni a charge ora ene ball no obetimi akasa wo beja abo na mpanyimfo no mo hwe mu league no mo ncho mu team emfa mo.
Sajo, good morning. Kokudu Asimpraso. Sajo, good morning. Kokudu Asimpraso. Ya mama fisher pa. Afiem ze me first video am yene. Sajo, me pese me hu se haso folk. Se si asa am offer era bia ba era fofo. Pe de me tete ne Denmark move e ba so. Na se haso folk this season am o ye tete ton ana. Mo me hu. Se na e bia pressure bia am team no so. If say haso folk ya bigger club ba be do ba be demand trophies me ade ade. And the Massena Jumapa de Biamudima, Mebra Mintachia, Massin Prass of Funya, so Chiam.
Hello, say you. Good morning. I'm Pastor Fanny Prince from the Casafia. I say, you don't present this as our mamma, but only question. Now, Abbas can be said 1978, Ghana African Cup. I was said for 5 times, and the crown, but one checking money. And I feel so, I said, Musa Mammy said, Ghana Premier League, the ball band, the possibility England for most more ball on the ball league. Yes, your ball at the one, I see the ball be able. And I say, we'll call Timuno a woman, or any the ball about more or more. I say, I wait to the ball to the ball. Someone change.
Okay, yemfa eno ensialete baba na videos aka no ye de abrem meko ye Dawood Hebala so ye kakra bi na ye tie nkrato kakra firi ho ye ba na ye de adwenkyira fa mo nsem no enso abrem ye ba sisia kwa make Mr. WhatsApp videos no friends in Facebook messages ka benya kakra firi ho so de abrem ya kamani baji pa Dawood Hebala
Prini menti ase se refusi
na enammeso enane Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a ene obi adi hu adanse na duwei edutwem Dawood ointment o se fatwi na ebeko ofa Dawood 360 capsules o se sisi na ade ewom na dromienu wei adwuma bom obi a osisi ye o yapa de obeye ne se o de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a nansa bia no na o de bia bo asawa obetimi de atua o dware wi a fa Dawood ointment o de te ne fa sra ta bre kro na no na wonom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi
Dawood ointment edrowe me straighten and welding the toda me po djuma na me honam nyina me hu bibi enyi ba se minya sa Dawood ointment we na me twitwi a na no pa so minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a ese kwa le me ye adwuma kra se kane no te drowe de edima se mama no be di so asema mama
electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Dawood ointment so ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa ye den Dawood ointment fa twi keke na ebeko
lua me use mama hode pa ma metimi gba odwuma bibia e kama e mam ye Dawood 360 capsules and a Dawood ointment o memre we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de che otumi be gba odwuma Dawood ointment fa twi na ebeko
da bia amafo company de wo ka musa akọ spreader mi secret na nu ani ebudo na ani Dawood ointment ene papa mi sole anopa mi twitwi mi sisi achi mi babia he Mentebre secret ni nie. Ti so person to say me a we use Dawood ointment. That's the secret of my taxi driving.
Me a transmission gearbox specialist. Ejuma me ye. En kan na me pega ade a na me nsakura ntimi pega. And I say me ma ade so na lock me sisi. She say if say me share Dawood 360 capsules and the Dawood ointment. Abo me bebre the dry you man so amente ya mente blebia. Obia mo modin so betimi ape Dawood ointment and the Dawood 360 capsules enya biato
odofo se wate bi adro ya me ka ho asem no ɛno ho adanseɛ ɛna wɔnom adi no kɔ pharmacy ɛbɛn wo herbal shop ɛbɛn wo na kɔtɔ Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules na sɛdeɛ nkurɔfoɔ di ho adanseɛ no wo nso wobɛdi ho adanseɛ wopɛ sɛ wofrɛ yɛn a ɛno na ɛwɔ screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717 baby a yɛtɔn aduro wɔ man Ghana mu biara no wode wura also pɛ Dawood ointment ɛne Dawood 360 capsules.
Yes, I'm going to come at the ABBA program. So, our Mohammed, my chance in front.
Sergio, Obi besides Coach Kwesiapia Ekushia, the Sudanese head of state, Meka Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, Onuna Oye, the Sovereign Transitional Council leader. Now, Sergio, on top of the agenda, no, we discussed 3 issues. One of them was return of the Sudanese Premier League because oha amosin and saying fight na nan tokwana ekosu o mine mu sisi bafom kakra so they want to see the return of the Premier League. Apart from that, they want to see Sudanese national teams are move back ebo ewo at their own backyard. So even the supreme leader has directed say omonsha say make renovations of almost stadium no said ebe up to speed FIFA beba bejiatum. Now, Sergio, the last one, the agenda on the table is the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Omobo. Now, minu ka say group mone Senegal no mo DR Congo mo any Togo mo no. After 4 games, they are having 10 points and over table no more top of the table. So these are the issues. Coach Kwesiapia Ekushia, the Sudanese head of state, omode etuja at least aba. Sergio Binsu Bisaya said, CAF Confederations Cup, the moment I relive what happened 20 years ago. Now, Sergio Okai said that tournament, it was the first time, 2004. Not fine and Ankasa, it was supposed to be played in 2004. But due to now elections were coming on in Ghana, ye postponed games to 2005 rather. And first leg, Accra Sports Stadium, Wabrana has Kotoko taking the lead through Michael Osemba power. Last minute, and Luis Ajimai eteka. So the late Cecil Jones Cecil Jones took with you. Eka say go now or motimate kano and no be more opportunity in the final second leg in Barcelona. And House of Folk defied all the odds. They came to Baba Sports Stadium. Yes, despite Chastela scoring the first goal, no, House of Folk threw a jatete etekano. And the match was pushed to post-match penalties, of which House of Folk Enya Kwine winning that competition for the first time. Now, Diana very, very significant. Those 2 finals, coach Hans Dieter Schmidt Seju ni substitutions. Omwana omu husupa na oyi omu frame, both in the first leg and the second leg. Meka Michael Osemba power Nana India and Chastela. The same thing applied in the first leg and also the second leg. And unfortunately, Asante Kotoko supporters aren't taking it lightly at all. And they saw it was one of the things a Dio Munya went to me and for Monsa and to the trophy. So it was the maiden edition. Now they were looking forward to win the competition, but unfortunately, Kotoko and me and we need the competition. Emma Jatetemo eti kama House of Folk win the league no. Sergio Obinsu Bisai say Ghana and me and qualify for any major competition. Why can the FA be punished? Sergio Yem Potuno, it's not factual. Say Ghana and Timian qualify to any competition. And yebia we've qualified to the AFCON Women's Championship at Ebasu, Morocco, Afia Ebe June. The Black Queens have qualified. So because Ghana and Timian qualified to any major competition, it's factually wrong. Besides, Yetimia qualified to AFCON and the 20 Championship. And also you be born this year, So Sergio, and also you qualify. Yes, Yentimian qualify under 17. Mema, Yentimian qualify make AFCON. Yentimi and qualified CHAN tournament. These are all disappointing issues are SEC.
Okay.
But it's not factual say Ghana yentimi and qualify to any major competition biya.
Okay.
With the FA being punished, said you where they want punish FA. You how can you will be yentimi punish you mo. Omona omuhu ni say it says
me sure so no anim say nya dia e bit me punish you. But all can say almost so yem from so bebrebe kwa.
Yeah.
But obi yem from so no ma punish no. Do almost so sin to bebrebe no dey na e dey omo.
Yeah.
No be so chira no.
Yeah,
Martin be o kaso obi nko punish omo.
Okay, Martinez you on that.
Asma no dey ba.
Yeah, Martinez you on that. Say omo the authority ye the mandate na mo months. The make the ESCO, the GFA president, the vice and the ESCO members no till time omo 4 years no. Yes.
Yeah.
So major this
lapses no ne problems.
Yes, a honeymoon so solve those problems, officiating how we are going to solve those problems, coaching problems, and also administratively. Ankasa say they bet me administration bibia koso wano e bet me nya sponsorship na football no etimi aye. Besides that idea go through within our national teams no both a man member from Yema bibia ntimi ntoso and I think say it's one of the things
for Sinto
yeah
swiftly omoba the charge ball
yes,
ma obi almost Sinto no a dozen.
Yeah, I know.
Then almost so ya fa almost
yes. So you amount 14 to no cry na a pick and choose. You will be a so ye bibia.
Yenka was.
Yeah, din yenka. But obi wo ha o ka bibia na
ye cast ma memo wa kire ade gunti a wo kasa wo. The work no. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes o kan o ka to was na wo.
So Sergio,
so obi wo ha wa ye bibia ya anya no hwe. Now they are back quickly. So when kaso obi wo ha o ya ye panic so chechim when I be am
see Tihana RTU any Dreams FC ekobo game obi impersonate obi titamale no obi ti shegu wona fam
omfa se mi am fa ho you punish obi a ho
link and this Dreams FC should have been punished. They should have been participated in that game. Sergio
say mentiase
RTU need Dreams FC ball league.
How do you blame Dreams FC? On the sort to be na obi no masesa players bi abaso na mo bobo Dreams in case enhwe o manim case minim o muntimi me mo ball
anya bia say Dreams FC ni o mo ball first leg
there's some good players wa just
mra against emotional argument
look go come so mo
the minute the bia am ta o wachi
other row with the example for
emotions against
Dreams was suspicious but them ran say basa ubebo born under protest
we dey be resting am am come
o ta say them ran say basa ubebo game under protest which Dreams duly omo captain referee ni adigina ho emum twa picture protest no nti omo de boy eventually they were declared winners in the the Dreams into me cause actually the number of boy new money yes we are
sentiment over the fact ne say na Dreams into me na ball ne ball obetimi akasem law no so omo yin yi a beboa because going forward no say yemfa na senka RTU the man e bae anasa omo de KG fo na bae be ka say e Ghana Premier League omo enti ye betimi aka say emra no going forward no omo system na omo mfa the more stiffer one emra but as it stands now they looking at the rules and regulations there now blame Dreams are enyi enti awa you are only
but I'm sure that the examples of Nkrofo are making comments GFA net na anchiwo because the substantive issue na you can say for example brand here sembra na chibi by chibi say bibi kan semwa emfa na kwem yemua omo yenka omo hwe but e bi so kan na omo de ya from for example when the ESCO member in the shape of Odrosafo could said on radio and TV say ono obehwe Ghana Premier League do obehwe Nigeria movie. This is a serious indictment on your product. Elsewhere, you'll be asked to answer some questions.
Did Odrosafo say that?
He did.
Yes.
On a interview.
Suarez.
Obama. I listened to the
no people have
so the Ghana Premier League, no, the Nigeria move.
This
ESCO member.
Yeah. Wow. Aladia can be said the betting helped the club to survive. He's working freely. Mr. Albert Comey
and so outcome matches your first matches omo de ba so abepa or grant interview with Ghana so can search up and on the pie the board member for House of Folk or Sisa Matters League no omo je no omo the matches of convenience na je
was it
Dr. Nyahotamaklo Alaji Grusa de MZ nsema waka wo Ghana no so omo frɛ na MZ fe ni begu nti obi antimi mfra Alaji Grusa nti example dia wa bebre ho you do to Jennifer bebre.
So I'm sure he's talking about selective justice. Koto de ne bodwe nyanya nkyere de emfa ba amra.
Examples of one of your co-fire.
Where they move punch.
Oh, yeah, they are channel.
Me jira name na.
If you go and sin no more. So Obaka says
this
first leg. Awabu have the Buria. Good morning, the best sports show in Ghana. Tuning in all the way from Cologne, Germany. Considering the poor performances of Chelsea and Manchester United in recent weeks, I would like to hear your team's thoughts on the possible top 4 in the EPL this season. Also, who do you think is most likely to win the Ghana Premier League? Top 4 EPL, Ghana Premier League. Likely winner. Ohinaba Kwachi, Cologne, Germany. Anyway, about our interest.
Sergio, obi bisa se nienti a Barcelona any FIFA Club World Cup no. A 32 team tournament na beba so for the first time ewo USA a few weeks. Na FIFA ma Europe 12 slots. 12 slots no omo ye ne se last 4 championship ayabo. Ne waji 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Omo ji Champions League no. Sergio omo no ewo automatic slots within the 12 no. And the rest of the 8 no a coefficient of omo performances ewo Europe over those 4 years na omo anemi no. So Sergio omo hem no within those brackets no. Barcelona ntimi am more modern in those periods no. Because we 2019 Barcelona eco semi-final against Liverpool. Emma Liverpool you omo free. Sergio, Barcelona have not pushed through to even reach the last 4 in the UEFA Champions League since 2019. So here, in terms of coefficient numbers now for the performances of those clubs, you know, Sergio, Barcelona doesn't fall within those numbers.
Okay.
Yenya Red Bull Salzburg, Monyabi, Dortmund, and all those Benfica mo, anya that opportunity based on our performances in Europe over those years.
The only punishment for the Ghana Football Association will be on the election time. Just vote them out. That is all. Yentie ubia, but elections go let you stand firm. Thomas Anaba.
Unfortunately, the public doesn't have votes.
Okay.
If we don't have votes, mumu vote.
But say omo vote no muti.
Football people,
you know,
no votes. Now, as we even speak now, the current GFA president unqualified so besa stand there another election.
Okay.
Inti another election draw no ma. Onumpebia umejina and waka say oko punishment by voting against him.
Okay.
Unless umbe amend our constitution, no more allow for 3 terms.
Is
unless they will amend their constitution to allow for 3 terms,
which is very possible in the next Congress.
Sergio, obi nso bisa about Didier Deschamps. You Sergio, what did I mention say after 2026 World Cup now so next year no. Obe calling a quit with regards to Alele Blues, the national team no. Say Otimi bought that World Cup now. What it means say wako 4 World Cup tournaments because oni omo ene call 2014 ewo Brazil or the omo ba Russia 2018 ebeji. Unfortunately, he went with them again in the finals, but omo luzu against the Argentines ewo the Qatar 2022 World Cup no. So about 2026 now. What it means say wako 4 World Cup tournaments. Na interestingly, enua l'equipe at the banner headline by Betoso says Zinedine Zidane looks likely as the man to succeed on one captain. Ono play this. Okay, France 98, Omoni boy G Euro 2020, 2000 Obra omo kabum Esakoji against Italy in the final no any playmate. So l'équipe de Ababe Tuja say Zinedine Zidane Seju oil the most of the likeliest candidates to succeed Didier Deschamps at the national team of France after 2026 World Cup.
Okay. All right, our Mohammed. Ma minko Niwat Scientific Herbal Hospital Kratoka Krana afi minko Newton Latin Marijata ho na enhwe de ono so ababo no kakra di ebre Niwat.
After Makwaba, about Niwat Scientific Hospital, a team of medical scientists. I have created a boom near the infidel was war, a juma, or a swear has he, the swear had there, and yes, I'll buy a sabi, near time a good amount, said the coconon. Then boom, you go to a fiducial. The Mephidium Mushimu, the Mium at the Potier, the Yadian Breo, Nesamium in Ya, Yarene doing the piano so. The Bella Yama to Yariasi, what the editing said. See the baby as a what to Yariasia, which me to a centum.
Open what scientific hospital, Dr. Phobius Yajumani say. Enubuna enu tanya obwade ede dwumye no yenye munhwemo na fe enwenu akasa wo ma friends phytochemicals no ye extract say enwenu no na yemfa frem no emfa emao ebia o kidney no yare abem o kidney no essay yenko na Ghana ha ye de take ahaban ede dialysis o kidney no ase ya produce den kura no a nyarehemu na nya didi na fo ni kirem ewo ni what scientific hospital bofra ban eboye ama wo diabetes ye de bofra ban ene nyama bi efra ede ma wo a ebebo ma diabetes na o sugar ekosrupi no eno so aboa ama etimi abafum ebia na wo hwe misisi na o problem pa e yo mema sem baba bi wo no a onya tenkan kwa so mo ba beda obo so otimi nya hode ne pagya no wo ba ehyemu a ehyemu ana adwo ene obo so atese ne bema no ensore kra ebia na e no bi oda so a wo nom yo ba na utie me na se eya wo no problem ebia na e fibro na kosi a wo no kwan ana wakwa ya sabia doctor si ensuo be tata onkosi mo ovarian cyst ana se fallopian tube no e na block ye obebu okura wo sebu ensisi so ni nyina timi sinyi se ho kwan bema bia na hu nsuo e na wo form nkwabon e wo form low sperm count na wo okura beba beba ne hu nsuo mo no na emo no be friend se spermatozoa no ba kokura we nyina e ha esi awo ho kwan a obani what scientific hospital a enfidie de ehwe wo beda di amia wo se problem bi wo ho no mo a ne yetimi hu aduro na afi aduane e be kyerɛ ho adi pressure ti amo akoma bo periperi asem kura si ofie ntimi mo amane obi nso hweme na ne die stroke akawa tompam ye kwa onko ye ba onso ntimi okasa na pampan boni die kyerɛ frɛ no halitosis yade ba ko a ya no wan obi opewase obetimi akade a kyerɛ wo a ade bedi unya okasa bia na obi atwene hwene okoda na nyumre oda odwonso antentem ye papa mo mpanifo no e free 40 50 60 years ekwani mo no o prostate na yakase prostate enlargement e ba sauda odwonso antentem odwonso bebransa na ade akye e mane nka achi emye kofa catheter ahoma nkoto ba memo abusuafo bi ebere nti manya adagye amo ya de dia nyadidie semi what scientific hospital Ghana ha de o pa ya sabe ya dia ba fim die fidie e de twe enubena e na afa ho de ni fra haban mu e de saw ya de ma wo na eyeni what scientific hospital yi wo Kumase atonsu Monaco junction ya Dansura bank no ene bi ene mhwe enkran so ye o ma 7 ye ben Janet Konadan no 0244 087687. In case you are watching us from any part of the world, whether you are in any African country or you are watching us from Europe, you can contact us on WhatsApp +233 244 087687 or on Google Map. Just type Niwat Scientific Hospital and you'll be given the exact location.
Niwat Scientific Hospital. Nyanko Panda Rumenti Wamoto Ebema.
Yo, yes, I'm a Biom Ede Abba program. It's a Friday edition of Midfield Action. Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9, Accra. Sergio, what do you make of the saga between the co-owner and the CEO of Young Apostles? Wow. Kwame Nyinebehi ɛna de wei nso abrɛ Kwame Nyerebehi ana wo Nyerebehi Kwame okay Kwame Nyerebehi una ode wei nso abrɛ yɛn anim ado asɛm na wokan anim ado ɛna CEO of Young Apostles okay nsɛm a abɛɛba no deɛ na mo ka de afa ho ɔrɛ duru a na mo de no so aka ho new my yeah
yes sir first question I say Ruben Amorim lose 4 games on the first 12 games ever since our bar Manchester United. And our references say Ten Hag has spent £600 million on transfers and signed on Okrabe judgment on the accord. At this point, area Ben as Manchester United, it means preview on the field and sign with me as our Chomo standard. To talk about Manchester United standard, Nadia, and Koyen Prim Prasem because standard no more cheaper question. A question they've really fallen. Na okase wo ba ni wa ba under Amorim na dwuma wo ye ni how be very successful dia madwene mu no madwene mu kire me Manchester United number 1 Sergio omuhia a key striker obetimi dia bo mo pa me kasa striker enye striker na striker me kasa finisher obi onim ball no akwan fa so e de to net nim Manchester United ehia bi pa. Apart from that, they also need a natural number 8. A natural number 8 or your ball progressor or fat ball no to me at done home at the court said those days you have to remove 8 ya or fat ball no 10, 15, 20 meters or what me drive ball. No, just on firm one, the Yamashino no job on the Amobi before. Musa Dembele, formerly of Tottenham Hotspur, energy, physique, athleticism, technical exuberance on the ball. These guys were so brilliant. So natural number 8, oh can't you time media Pedri, Jude Bellingham, these guys are number 8 for Manchester United in Yabakwa, Ebebuano. It's the best club in the world in terms of the following no trophies, or you see the word prestigious and they describe it. Market value, fans no draw. Properties are club no and a Ballon d'Ors do draw club no aje. Okay, you see any clubs by and a power we are say. Number 1. Make up for Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Bayern, and AC Milan. My opinion, no. What's the best U21 players a World European we see, you know. Maybe Bobo Bredina, men pick the best level, I'm falling in that bracket. So, me the Baldi ever taught me left back. Me bought Lenny Euro of Manchester United, our me right back. Kubasi and a Giorgio Cavani, this Italian young star. Na say also a Romuno, very excellent central defender. So a Chilonesi member could be managed Jude Bellingham and a Warren Zaire-Emery of France. Midfield no SC oh Lami Yama be bought me right. Hendrick Ebelidi line na ma bought Adagula e me left. U21 me combined 11 and I said the your water pitches. Sometimes you know so share European games now first before kickoff and a first half you know yeah now sprinklers let people but even on the African game baby elite game no be brave one a movie ball no so well and sana players a field and in your surface in a very smooth and movable now omo basa and say omo pass the fluency of the ball no a favor players in the power and only there most often yeah not your water pitches you know so. Besides, say injuries, you know, field na near so dry. So you obi chow na or scratch field na surface. How are ya na bruises near so deep, you know? And you're different from say your water surface in any near chow na honam na kwa tree ni. And then you me a slide de kakrama. Etimi a famuko. So and on the entia, ya na your water pitch, you know. So yeah, second round, you know. The percent just say you're about 47% of the Ghana Premier League matches available. This is a one game per in the first round. Now, I said team bay and a potential on betting me. May there be a make first 6. Now 6 in a sound bracket for from and a sound bracket for from. The first bracket in the Gold Stars, Heart of Lions and the Nations. And for me and sound every day, any or more evidence on my first round. No, these 3 teams, you know, say Joe, I'm more trophy, no, I send the second 3 round me babono. Now, you have make sure the Cruntia has a 4 kotoko and a mediama. Even though Bechem for me Kotoko because they're already in the top 4, but Bechem looks more shaky out of phone. Kotoko has a folk and a media may follow very thick and fast on behalf of Bechem. Bechem has been very nice recently, but you know, I'm facing consistency. So Nations, Heart of Lions, Ghost Stars, me and saying dear, me who say about Konebeji League, you know, by some higher percentage. Na has a folk kotoko and a mediama almost so was some percentages are already actually. Now show games now has a folk ebeko bibiani kotoko beko bibiani mediama beko bibiani Heart of Lions beko bibiani Samurai boy beba besena ko bibiani. Wo hwe nations as a Joe no so abo big games ni bi wa away pa. Obo mediama wa away. Wabo kotoko e wa away. Wabo Samatex e wa away. So nations so twa some of the big games no a obebo no fie. Already wa hye kotoko kra wa away. And wa call mediama awie. And wa call Samurai boy. So nations so be twa some of the big games. Has of folk call nations awie occupy draw. Wabo kotoko. Wa call mediama takwa for all the 3 points. So has folks so some of the games in the or chimana or check or check media, but Baba Sene Ako Gold Stars. Some of the big games in the now Mediama Kotoko has folk, they face some of the biggest trips, especially Kotoko. Kotoko Heart of Lions, even though Heart of Lions Baba Shen Waha, Bobako Pando, Kotoko Bessa Soko Gold Stars, Kotoko Bessa Soko face Accra has folk. Kotokobako Samurai Boaku faces Samatex. These are all big games in the second round. No, it bet me determine a lot of things. So my bracket, you know, say Joe, why I chose 3 and a 3 were pneumonia chino and a match chino. Or sister, what's your penalty? A chance, and I say a well rehearsed pattern and a bema born at it. So Bishop penalty back could you bet back and say, oh, a chance, or bonashe. But Obusa was a place in the normally. There's always the high probability to born or the better net. Obi say Jordan are you. Or say penalty and then say Jordan be say penalty. In that case, untimi ka say a chance and there be a man bob on it. There are other factors eh dino. Obi te say ko palma obi gina born ne ho a. Aye te say the sukotwe bia ba be gu no ho. He's so composed. Entimi nya chance nko. Balotelli, Yaya Toure, these guys no gina penalty ne chia. They always have some extreme confidence. Na niema miensa e na me madwene wo so. Ba ko your technique. Mienu your composure. The third one your timing. Now me share my little experience. Medium against Remo, a rich penalties point, but near nya clips be a Remo for na bo penalties be a. And at the time I had discussed say they Felix Chino. We also told him say penalties ya ushe. Just the low probability say a best but the high probability say on the same thing. Nemom ni nyina kan fo an wow ho. The timing of the penalty kicker and yourself as a diver and then be determined. See the idea bani nyina no high probability of you knowing the oba bebo no the better so me and the bebo last you know all of them but ojabo no ho a ne eye dominance so be hwe any contact but you are already a lot of things those momentary time no e betimi determine ne pa Ronaldo ne masimu nyina no say Joe sometimes penalty be na a banner intensity no so a omutimi bo twetwene na cheso wo say pressure e ba so a utimi ye bibia bi but there are certain guys penalty no asa ya na inform kra Jordan are you ni Balotelli ni Yaya Toure these are really expertise for GPL transfers kakra minimum
this is first Kumasi Asante Kotoko ne Heart of Folk omo hihye omo nyoma yi away games no enye big emma almost in the second round
so
yeah we say na Kotoko especially na number of players are on the ball cry do baby as a prani ade be ma e junior side no mo kopoki players e be shim as is here omo added to omo numbers no be increase omo strength no ama second round no so omo sisi omo nyoma yi nko dia enye that difficult and for massa two clubs no
coach Sifan can crunch me
because
Kotoko
about Gold Stars any other teams I'm a beatable home or my bidder to beat myself
no credit no credit Kotoko Gold Stars makasi so Kotoko Nations Kotoko House of Folk 9 points
Nations in share heart Kotoko Nations da
wa share no hoba nation ko share na afi nkomo nation ko share no boase obaba abrankese the whole season ba league num bekum Chelsea ne ko share mo na no import referee
no obaji atum say Kotoko abrankese
Kotoko lusu
abrankese e boase no Kotoko boase ne Kotoko baba yara so difference
oh banya baba yara e be ko abrankese
no can boase also on be share mo boase
okay o person just care baba yara ka on to me
yes
oh yeah I mean it's happened it's a CID unfortunately I can
football we be able to see there
yes sir
but the Heart of Lions ne ayidum be ye o boase no me nyini say Kotoko say CI o metu be sure mo that easy e wo baba yara
so me make say Kotoko bako pando obako brankese obako dance park and obako House of Folk 12 points Kotoko bagi nyina
and Samates
and Samurai boy
Samates cried in you who last season I would do
you know I said they Kotoko bagi league they
no so almost so mo do me
na they
almost terms is here with sa additions in there no so almost so mo do me e say omo stronger chain previous you
you see, generally, if you're analyzing Kotoko seasons very well, you realize that they've gone through phases. So far, Kotoko this season, after 16 games, any 3 phases. The first one, a team started now you know one good project. Then they slumped to a worse phase when, after losing to Legon Cities, it lose echo about 5 games, losing streak. And then they Omaba back, Abeshe Omo, they beat Ediana, beat Future Stars,
beat
Gold Stars, beat House of Oak, beat Dreams, and then draw against Mediema. So they are in their best form now. Yeah. And it's happening at the time when they are adding up. No matter what you look at Kotoko, they are supposed to be better going forward. Because this is the team one, what good team in and all struggle along the line. And I feel there's a coach in a formation wall. Players and only team nefa. Omar reverted to my favorite stadium. Now they are also adding to the squad because numbers and so this is the team that is on ascendancy. Into any analysis one way Kotoko when they were in their worst form, results omunyano time no munya bear 5 matches lost no the bear analysis you may get it wrong because they are in a different phase now. It is possible they can slump back to that bad phase again, but as it stands now, any analysis it's very difficult to say Kotoko is not doing well. They said they know Bikano. Say team bought 6 matches, every in 5 draw against Mediema or Takwa. You can't tell me say they are not doing well now. Yeah. On positioning as how they can see, between the 6th and the 1st, 2 points. Ghana League neighbor very interesting. From 1st to 6th, 2 points in the down. House of Oak Kotoko 28-28. Okay. See a real season nkabeka say Mpukotoko the house is so because better head to head, but the head to head is only applied at the end of the season. So currently with the goals difference is the reason House of Oak one go better than Kotoko. So the 2 teams are in pole position to win the league. Okay. But me be some my favorite. Oh no, I'm not reacting to Nina.
Sefa kasa omo se show mo nyoma yi a. Ya do ne adwen.
Me ni Sefa adwen say Kotoko ne has favorites. Some can favorites. What's mean choosing?
I'm 5th this season.
Yes, 2 points in the door. Money goes to
the 1 point league.
Oh, you had 1 point in the league. But say about 16 games. Now you were about 18 more to go. Now we share trend na team ni nyana. House of Oak, look at House trend. In the last 8 games, we're winning 6, and losing 1 or draw 1. It means that team na fan and to a pair free economy. In 2 project here, you will see a good team. And now between or no league in the 3 points, 2 points in that on the Heart of Lions. Yes, Heart of Lions has also played very well. Who show Munsusu trend now? Their results are very good. But you see, Ghana League, first round, a different dynamics to the second round. It do second round now. Dynamics near more. A Honda Sanki to say Sabi became Heart of Lions, Munia de Adea, a beer. Omuni interest no munya masters omuno mo breno ntu be hu se wan hwe yi Heart of Lions that first ne e bia bechem the second or something ne but do be ko second or ye ko do the business phase of the league omo muscles our friends our dynamics no much interest na se no omni pushy.
Well, we cannot analyze the Kotoko has alone and look at the ascendancy without looking at teams na new team cannons almost performance. Yeah, due to say Kotoko Abasro has Abasro, but we should also be looking at Gold Stars. Ni omo da Kotoko any so performance because our performance na do makwa that first. So let's say Kotoko twaso, Gold Stars twaso. Meaning so what's the difference there? Yeah, Kotoko ne aso omo call money because omo performance na picking. But whichever the situation is, a 5th and 6th. So let's say those teams now almost do money no. I agree and yet they say they're Kotoko or up and down on the way. But imagine those clubs are also doing things well. Almost by Kotoko has.
Alpha Nations, Alpha Gold Stars are from the beginning of the season, from the word go. Omo are quite consistent. Has it do baby? Omo share ya mo biase empam watara. Kotoko duru baby, omo share ya mo biase empam ogun. Into omo no de ese omo nya bad patch no na omo tumi recover. Whether they will go back to that one is another thing.
Sevenco leagues no be recover. Sabre ya yobo league no last year Sabre. Now Heart of Lions at that bottom of the table. You real first round of the last year season. No? Heart of Lions was the last club after 17 games. Then you bought the next season
first.
Sure
about what you're saying?
Oh, Sevenco main league no me analyze 1,002 games. So I'm giving you fact. You real 17 games last year no. I'm another bottom Heart of Lions.
17 games.
Yes, of the first round.
Now last
Pick your phone and everybody can check.
I'm not looking.
So we are first round doing now Obama Festa. It means also the also improved.
Young Queen,
yes.
11:33. Emrano Echo. Into my Samra Honafi. Mamisha man for reactions Kakrabi na Yantua Jumedino as Kessben television. Kessben 3.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra. Sir, in recent times, it's become really difficult for Ghana Premier League winners to gain more than 20 away points out of the possible 51 points. Is it that our league is so competitive, or teams maneuver their ways to gain home points, making it difficult for away teams? Justice, Assam Health Center, and so the way Ebreye. Mamenko Julian Caesar say another means by which the mess at the FA can be corrected is by increasing the electoral college. Personally, I don't understand why captains of the senior national team are not eligible to vote unless nominated by PFAG. Julian Caesar. Or see, electoral college, you know, yem. Omo tuaba ema FA. Impeding for esco ne yem ma enye nipa bebrebe. Drew ha. This is how no kafa politics so. Delegate system no. Omo say parties no omo nye no mu ntwa sa ade mu. Na omo miem omo tuaba no. E dey MPs no. Especially minim da mo ka mo to ase.
Even tell adwen ne say nipa ni so a omo mu nsam obi no. Omo ebetima tua sika mo.
Sa no mo ye. Yes, sa no mo ye.
Na waje ohena se nipa no ye. Yemfa ne se nipa no ye 130 a. Otimi tua ma nipa 8 a. Okọ.
But 10,000, 15,000 now. We ji ha waji no. Nipa no doso. Untimi ntua. Na aye fair. Yes.
Na there
because we know as the Oscar one in some more no. Omuna na tie winning.
Yes, but you know the politics the na ya na can. You are party faithful saying it. Ghana Football Association. E ho na be kwa koka. Class no.
Football people.
Adon be da kasa asemi. Omba be kasa asemi. Omo kan omo nyet kan dodo. Omo kan. You know, $1,000, $2,000 na akoto aba. Uko vote kwa na Ghana Football ni say a won fa wa. Oboka koka. Omo kan. Enti e de be kan.
Na wa lusu sa benefit ni.
Dabi onko kan wa lusu. Enti yeah, what you need yesu
mo bi meka ho.
Dabi. Yeah, what you need yesu. Football people for how many of them know to ma sorry ka say ye ball ni nkoyi. The last time I na can nya RFA chairman Obabeka tire say encentrefo mo ne hu football ni say nkoyi omo hu ne sa. And so be hu so obi so an ye na film. So mo obi aka na no tum. Very few people na so mo hit the nail right on the head. But hu so obi a sunu oboje ni man that say he's not part of the system anymore. Inti be ye see e bebiem.
Ma yentwa so ye ba na mo dey call Kotoko Heart of Folk so meet me winning league. Ba obi sun some on the buy no e ba na be a mo badwin ye no so I still don't think Asante Kotoko is doing well now. Upon all the recruitments, Konwasi Asante Kotoko is still lying 6 below Heart of Folk. It's an average team. Also, still improving that back. Still, no, who is that? Kumasi Asante Kotoko also, Gadgetsburg there. The selective justice are many. Let me help Awa Mohammed. Vision FC prevented the Alpha crew from telecasting their game against Midiema, which ended bizarrely 3-2 in their favor, but they weren't charged for obvious reasons. Vision FC and why there?
Chief of Staff.
Usekredia. Okay, in Tibia. But is it true, sir, or more preventive Alpha crew, no? Yeah, because
yeah, man, try when I start here.
Yeah, Ose.
House also because yeah, man, try.
No,
match where.
I'm only vision me per game now.
Vision is what mama tana.
Against Midiema.
Okay.
The almost share me.
But they weren't charged. Kumasi Asante Kotoko also stopped them from showing their games against Accra Lions at Obuasi and Bibiani Gold Stars in Kumasi. Kumasi Asante Kotoko benefited from Elfin referee decisions, including a Motuomu penalty, but they weren't charged as well by the FA. Kessben Accra.
General Pacho, when we say big Accra, Uba charge you be no boom rebisu. First of all, Krana, Afane, Ada, Omulokos umudi microphone matches in any day.
But you know other clubs have been charged.
See a moment.
Nah, medium.
I'm charging medium.
Yes,
so Mama, we might I see.
Got a medium.
How much are you?
I'm charging.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But my problem is as you speak, clubs name on what basis and half for no. I want the right to telecast their matches.
So they
are not even getting anything, to the best of my knowledge. Almost so much there has been no response. Yet the guys are coming me a media man, charging me. You are giving me an opportunity to come and ask my questions. Say, Nkofona will say me, Obetrimaso, my bonny, some mama me match no. A then she share away no muntam. What is the contract between us? Can we see the contract? Because I'm sure say an August body like Ghana Football Association, Bema Ejumeko can see to say Alpha 4, say Omumeyi without any contract between them. Okay. Yet clubs are obliged to facilitate and allow them so mbeka matches no. Enti me sure say you charge me there ma there. Omunya akokodro no mko a wonko bisa questions. Kakra. Minim say owura Moses Amapaka there. FE odensuo no bi. Yeah. What you say? Because na oka Racket or Kreku campaign team. He used to be part of the joy team.
Yeah, no, to the free.
And no swapping carpet. And no bar a game changer. Until Moses in the team, no, they should be able to ask questions because they say Moses in him Saint here. Alpha for only matches on any day. And now still, Omokaso Mumu dia Nanke Mwakakra. Omuso Mumu Munyin, Madriam so Mu Saint Omusi Omokwai. So Mumuni. Into muko chere sente omuzo mumunyi no muso misa question say DNT necessary omuma kwan ma sa nkrofo no twa omuma matches no.
Okay. Good morning, Jenna. What do your crew make of the drama at Young Apostles? The club president speaks on an issue and his subordinates, the CEO, writes a disclaimer. Emmanuel Osei Eji Atebubu anyway bamba question bia basa fa we ahụ. Ndi ba Mr. Mamunyi mfrim.
New chief transfers GPL news kakra wo Samson Eduku Kotoko komo no esipo announcement kraba eti Kotoko fans enche obehu Samson Eduku formerly of City Mekatamale City season onya form ye pa Emmanuel Ano from Bechem United on the nations we were born the first 2 games in fact guy no form 2 games 2 goals so far. Michael say formerly of Olympics on the Bibiani Gold Stars and komo no ekwachiri Yahweh say obe touch it down this Sunday on the Bibiani Fobe we bibia komo no kwachiri pa. Sandy Mohammed from House of Folk Okopimo Denmark and also so I sealed. Now Hona set to say so as folk komo no ya the beer back and forth kakra but understandably set to say a beer on the house and komo no ometimi conclude in weeka ye Michael and Padu is back to the fold for House of Folk and also a transfer news a free horn mobile. Na Kotoko average team ni improve ye last season the no moto aso no meni nipa no enya dwene wo horn mo say Joe. This is a team of circuit 21 players. Wo horn mo. Now, Osha team no host see the entire defensive structure in ya ho. I keep saying say you can pick individual players. But and yes so can we see na a born and one normal bonomo. And to Sadia, you can check that season at Leicester City G, they were not the best squad in terms of quality. But in terms of team performance, they were one of the best. So Osha defensive backline for Kotoko, Obia, Kamara, Lodamwa, Patrick Asiedu, Ablo, Samba, Omunyina Hoho. It has to take some time and sign a team, agile with Chironmo. And especially at the foundation of the pillars of the team, it will take a bit of time. Omokroma yade pa. Samba ne, Ablo no, trust me, my yade. If on the field, baby, a communication ye juma pa, and you're 5 for no. a 4 and 5 no and a communication adwuma 9 and 10 de bia meka o metimi kra kontokwa no monkasa but said 9 nya no baabi no general power obetimi abobo na ba besena akoshe abro njina 10 so 10 can also dribble his way out e abro depending on the other partner but 4 and 5 for there you should always be the best of friends. It is so here blow Samba partnership now. It is good. It hasn't been the best of the league, but kakra moko Patrick Asiedu Eko ni hona Isma Tikoya eke asemfofro. Lord Damwa has been excellent. Oba dispatch Kote or right back or the Kamara become 5 of the players which you know ho. And you put them together no mobile. Oba midfielder. It's also composed of new players. Won't feel. O check on last game on Monday. My boy had the 4 attackers. A boy and almost mummy and son. Hey, how one I feel maba. I bet Kwame Poku and of course social Emmanuel Entria. Now our body geometry. Peter. I see how right already or team in order. So I feel say putting all this together. But be a kotoko and you're bad. And your bad performance, you know, ubenya seesaw kakra wumu, but that's the key signature of new teams. And sign a kakra. Say Joe, mobile learning from their failures and sign omatimi about perform one fight it. And they say the teams are yeah no more jelly no, you know. Super libro a free we are seeing now. Say no, football goes through a lot of evolutions. Then person say football costs so first you know. Now about 95 to say David Beckham one here the auto. Ni fanfa so said the bear job on about 70 to 80%. Ebe feeding the forward, feeding the striker, feeding the center forward. But you know, ni fanfa so wa na sala wa ba sala when you born na on cross or the band na ben kum so no be shootu. Ni fanfa ho na David Beckham cross so di Gini Dino. E na Iron Robin wo. Onya on cross or the Bible to the left so. So the niko benkumu and say na sesa benkuma cross so ye the nifa for na koto nti ye benya Coutinho junction ye ba benya Hazard. These guys tete no akombe ball nifa fam so football goes through the changes and no na libro and super no say Joe omo firo no man marking
libro and super idea.
Libro ne say libro e word and one freedom. Libro means freedom. The power chiri bia oye enti team na kwa otimi no omokobi on the ball.
Libra. Okay.
Yes, liberty.
Okay.
Okay. Now, say the boy ne kwa oka ho, okay, part of the build up, you lose ball oba. But sweeper de ye kwa won ka ho. Sweep. He's there to sweep the balls. Just when you focus solely on the defensive job.
Number
5.
5.
Yes. On ko ba bia ba be to ho. Mo de mo nyina mo ko ba be to ho. No nim ball no susu bo bebre sa. Ba ye fie nan kan na ho. Ye nkle ball no koto kwa yenum. O de wo chire ho ye bibia. Na ka say man marking dia. Eno ne ka ne say sweeper job no. De na Kofi Gare be kwen wa no. Watare won chances here. But the man no yira call extent ne say. Na attackers ne dodo na no start o nim ball ne ball. Obeda come mark Ronaldo and ase Messi. Eti ma job no be useless kakra. O mark no de be free chiro ho do akone na ba bi foforo. O mark no de be free chiro ho no mo de akọ. So kakra their role and function has extinct. It's gone to extinct in the game right now. And yaba benya a flat back for. It said you cast a quarterback. First in a quarterback, but then so on take quarter. What is center back? Not just so what you be. So football continue to change. So Joe Becca Grano, lay and cast center back it be an aware the for and Abba. And so my last question.
New libro ni super and your brofukwa. Your brofukwa that's all. Yeah, Champions League now. We are Rudy Garnet, Ellen Holland. One man is space. There are no two center backs on you in our ball in boom pet. Ubenya se ba ku ni mbopa na ba ku de adwuma na na obo e brofu e the so called modern football na omo de atom krofo tirim no Carlo Ancelotti
onya tete number 5 otimi wi bo musim tuntum sa bi mo bu
na say a Man City match na Pep Guardiola timi ni bo bimbim je na e to wa wo bebo. The issue of putting the left footed on the right, it depends on the kind of coach. Carlo doesn't play a left footed player on the right side of Real Madrid. He plays Rodrigo or to some extent Federico Santiago Barbadi, Real Madrid for number 7. Inti Sergio born one de brofone niema bebre akata niema bebre so, but Konate and Van Dijk doesn't do the same job. So far Inigo Martinez and Paul Kubasi omunye the same job. So far Militao and then Rudiger omunye the same job. Ofa Fofana and Levi Colwill omunye the same job. So far Ruben Diaz and John Stones omunye the same job. It is the reason why Pep purchased Manuel Akanji from Dortmund the Beckham, because he realized that the back line were used to flexible center back to say the new thing freedom for him. and you know okay to freedom phone be no e be show so Pep realized that Sadia now because in the Barcelona setup he has Carlos Puyol as Piqué bought the freedom now Puyol dia near Dene Patapa be fam to know here be backline because after the Barcelona team 9 years without the Champions League you know the Manola can't buy different profile you know they can't buy he won the Champions League I think that Ababeya Brofo they know be a kind of way he say but for me it's still there are no two center backs arrange them Ubanya Bako bo no nim popa Babako there Ubon say the bia excellent tackler it has always been there and for me Brofo near man on the Ababe but for me it still exists you know.
Why is it that Globe TV has a right to telecast live some of the GPL matches? Samuel Mensah Tobizo, Accounts Office, Mana International School, Bremen UGC, Unadiwi and so Abreye. Mr. Jonathan Abe Pobi, all pressmen who still support this GFA should be ashamed of themselves. If you grant an armed robber amnesty, what do you expect? Ninsen bebree ji za na obebe chechiri mu ye so me ana mtini so
wasem ba kon busa pese busa me amefada nyame ema bibia
na go amisa Pobi o pese bia wo no e ho na pressman bia wo na pressman kra no obabi so no de da ba no chechiri mana ana mu obabi
se be sem paso backing bi ho central phone bebree obabi o mo chu so de sem padi bi mo central phone bebree o mo lokuso and e true but you not akasem bi me pese ko de ba o se miam bibia bi o me gold o me nsu o me nnua o me damo o me nipa eno de ana me tin sem paso
nyame ama nipa
o me bibia bi o me nipa da bia me ne ko asa asem so
nasma ba ko an so ana da bia me hwe ana me sere even though deep pa o say definition of stupid knowing the truth, seeing the truth, and still believing the lies. The definition of stupid. Unim no crepa. But all right. Sir Franco Naro. Now Dr. Frank Owusu answer. Dr. Naro.
General didn't kind of be say MZ Papa no questions no first in three folds. The first one no, second one KK first one down to say the only new thing kind of no. But the last part is for me was the question. So which stadium will host our next Black Stars game? Now or can say in stadium no say discuss here or to say discuss here and booth and we know so pursue the current state of our stadia. Then which stadium will host our next World Cup game? At least per what happened in the last the Accra Sports Stadium was the one that was given license by CAF to host a African Cup of Nations qualifier. And watching Yebeka Chere say Yebeto Baba Yaremu, Yeba Bidria glass or say grass is and some bebre. So as we speak now, it looks like Accra Sports Stadium is the only approved international stadium now. From now till March, Bia be invited FIFA for no more Baba Yaran, so I can't tell. But as it stands, is that Accra Sports Stadium. Even that one, it was CAF that granted it. I'm not too sure about the FIFA World Cup qualifier. The next FIFA World Cup qualifier is on the 17th of March against Madagascar in Yenshen. Yadika can left wing and right wing and some the difference kakra bem say no bibisa say right wing and not still your friend number 7 and say person called by the traditional number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 there and still the right wing is still the number 7 position, but the name in several teams left-footed players and the right wing instead of right-footed players to say they be a trim first will be a left so we do number 11 not just a left-footed player or number 11 this time around assistant in so many teams because cross now above central defenders ni goalkeepers delay with it a lot and then you can attackers and so be bridged as a front three for attackers obi my goals in team Pempi they use right-footed player on the left wing Okati ino no abe shooty no abasha to say the Vini Junior any Mo Salamon so Cristiano Ronaldo mo ohonom no General Obinso ebisa say So question with them say a thesis for probably first degree or say ranking clubs, in terms of market value, in terms of fan base, in terms of trophies, in terms of number of Ballon d'Or. I'm sure that for me, it's too much to be done within this short period. Intimate me escape with that one.
I want to know the whereabouts of Kofi Manu Blue Boy. Is he? He's well versed in sports. I really like him. Kofi Toronto Nebuza. Kofi Manu Blue Boy.
Blue. No cream.
Okay.
General Kalama intima menye we briefly.
Okay.
Ya bo penalty no. Ball na boba. Abebo goalkeeper nechi. Amana sa akoshe.
Yeah.
Eye den. Eye go.
Okay.
Be it in-game penalty kick or post-match penalty. Ebiano. Eye go. Okay. Obviously, can government sack the GFA president? Can there ubetima sake unless if you are ready for the consequence. But say the course we ye nyina so bi ani ho dia ne sake bedding unless aban bi betima ka say to hell with whatever anybody will say. Any aban betima ka say obesake obia wo man mu osake na kronimra no ne de whatever ne obi dia no wadi. But as it stands, and I don't think the president of the country will decide that he wants to sack the FA president unless it be a ora for name and say onye bibi the TFA president there, then he can get there and the football mrakra bit me jana coin. You know I'm saying we are bibi say potentially after doing some 47% of our league, which team could potentially win our league. It's still not so clear. I see 4 strong contenders. Medical House of Oak, Asante Kotoko. Then Bibiani Gold Stars. Then I think say Mediema. Meka Mediema because they have squad depth, they have the experience, they know the system and all that. I know you're one of the major reasons looking at the BTMSC in our second round of the league. And Nuntina Medekotoko has Gold Stars and Mediema as my favorite, even though almost falling within the first 7. But interestingly, top team in only almost 2 points, 3 points, and a down term.
Michael Osei, formerly of Olympics, and flight ticket out the Kumasi Atwasoko Bibiani. And so no aha. Until new the Oka say Michael say what is it or Baby Biani Gold Stars no cre or Bakumasi na or the what was so Bibiani. The Michael say formerly of Olympics. Bibia to Tomua, Bibiani Gold Stars and Sa Akanawi.
Yes, Nipana no bisa say he still don't think Kotoko is doing well now. With all the recruitment, Kotoko is still lying 6 below us. Well, the man the question here simple, and he said he still don't think Kotoko is doing well now. For the entire season, Ubetumakasa and Kese Kotoko that first. But if we are talking about now, teams that are doing well now, Kotoko is one of them. My understanding of now is talk about current form. And current form, if you win 4 matches consecutive. Now, I think the 4 matches, 5 matches against Aduana Stars all the way in Domahin Crew, against House of Oak, against Dreams FC away, against Gold Stars, and then against Mediema. These are teams that are basically so difficult for you to win. If you win all these 5 games in succession, now the FA Cup match, General, I think that Kotoko is doing well now. Okay. And the 2 points and that Udi position it may deceive you. Positions may deceive you. Your league never boss from first to 6th, just 2 points.
2 points. Okay.
And now say has that Kotokosra as if say has the Massa Wunti. Say no see Putin as no. Yes, has also had their bad periods in the season, but they have also recovered, and I think now Has is also doing well.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
And if he's Zongo. Eddie Abase Blue Boy, say, ono and chairman of Domas 2 Lands. The office, ewo AK FM Blue Boy. And the Domas 2 Lands. Say Blue Boy and a Dano. And the Orienwa. The position, more pija.
Yada Nyamias.
Yes. This is a football. No, I'm sorry, I baby.
And students, they would know there.
Yes.
General,
yeah.
Obi say, I then discuss Serie Premier League games no more. Even though Serie A, La Liga, no, better. Saying Premier League, no.
Yeah.
First of all, Serie A may Premier League. Yankanokre. Currently, Serie A may Premier League.
Okay.
In terms of previous achievements, number of maybe Champions League titles won by Serie A teams could probably be Niyastic and all they can say. In fact, Premier League rejects and then Neomoko Serie A, Eko Esele. The list here, ting. La Liga no, was through. But how many teams? We are no free on my. Mijidi said the entire most Ghanaian media houses. Discuss Premier League and they say radio na ye ni the many pa mpempi wo hwede nipa dodo no pe na wasemre no so dodo. You don't need any survey to say most Ghanaian football fans support Premier League teams more as in La Liga teams. La Liga teams was support to Ikrum Hanam na Real Madrid ni Barcelona. How many Atletico Madrid fans would you see? In Tibauba Premier League na yewo Manchester United fans bebree, Chelsea fans bebree, Liverpool fans bebree, and the Man City for being where you must yewo Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham. Enti our audience, most of them have interest in the Premier League more than the others and would have to give to them. It's one of the reasons. Apart from that, the Premier League is also so exciting.
Most of the teams are not doing well at all in the league. Kumasi Asante Kotoko losing 4 straight games and still 2 points behind the league leaders.
Yes.
Because it's a Adrian no. I said teams in Nyade.
I said this time and again say league no
Nyade.
In a
way teams in Nyade.
Elsewhere we recover
lose to 4. That's still on league leaders no 2 points.
Elsewhere when you won't recover.
Okay.
We lose 4 twice. So we back as I compete we are yet to see what City will do.
Okay.
Whether they will recover and compete Liverpool. Because when you're similar situation.
Even when City does that, people have their reservation about the Premier League as well.
Say, Otimi recover back.
Yes. Now City will be the second. People will have their reservation about the quality of the Premier League.
Yes. Seriously, your team is in the final and modern bono form. Now, you know, you started through baby house of books, so now, Sahanity.
Has
almost Lucy not drawn in. Now, when we were saying, Watara should leave. But has also recovered to the extent that even though they are in fifth, 2 points in a separate winning league leaders. Yes, one
league Libya I bought previously now. Because it's a hard to struggle on 50.
No.
There's a point difference in those.
Losing 4 twice, so they are Calvert struggle and
struggles are only leaders no 2 points there. Okay, Kaka and Kraso Uja for Swaba, Emana Kwaba, Kala. Afasebo, yeah. We know we drew her.
Pacho Majoso. And I will be besides a punch. I rather.
What's my punch? I
rather. But couldn't be out or
Ponchina,
Biana, Brunia, or Ponchibu, Kona,
you could tell me Kunua. Okay, I'm toy.
Biana, you say, a man complain.
Gomen who's obedient my punch to be a mouse for mammy.
And Biana, my medicine was up as a more. Obiabet.
At the moment, I tell
my point.
Oh, possible.
Oh, to be a grown up punch and for live a punching go.
Oh, sir.
Oh, yes.
Kuna also.
For live a punching go.
Oh, sir. Osikana says,
oh, yes.
Come on, in a friend with Scout.
What
of no Scout? Until now, none of them Nicronio. And I have a sable, sir.
No one now, because you
a dream house.
Yes.
I have a brass.
Yeah, really over.
Master send fear.
Oh, hotel bureau. Okay.
Scout.
Oh, until Nippon was can I say?
Oh, 7 years upon the beer. That's a new going to be.
Secondary school, Baha Cabedo, a Fasebo senior
high school. A first school.
A first school. What could I hear? A first school. A pharmacy.
Afas.
Okay, we bring Afas. Can you bad cry?
Say, oh no, best serious.
You know, I may address it 2 points. All right. But I say, then drama, or friend drama. Was it drama being there because of young apostles?
Yes.
Club president Akasa. Na ni subordinate CEO. And so I throw crata.
Me chiano so show.
Why?
Sami enim.
I don't
know. Me na kasa answer because now I can't reference him no. Na mpe clarification because so share. Na mo person ka je say o se kan jo say letter na ni pa ne tro no. Bomondi ane kai ni na.
Letter I want to.
So letter na ni pa ne tro ye no.
Ma, my point now. I hope it slow me down.
Okay. Good afternoon to Kala. Good afternoon to Kala. I think his voice is very, very nice now. It's nice now. Yaya Mohammed. Yeah, Mohammed said yeah.
Yeah, so many anu.
No, so what's need?
Okay,
we had been.
That is the way I refugee on the football.
But no matter time of Bobo on the time I am feared and in the air.
Okay. On Casa Bolivia.
We also
need you, yeah.
General, Nipan said drama being there because young apostles.
Yeah.
Na club president Akasa about issue. And CEO our no share club president as a arbitrary disclaimer. So you know free. For starters, Sami and him a co-owner of Young Apostles.
Okay.
Ura Dunfe, me a minu penny. Meaning free I don't feel didn't come over.
Who friends say Shepele?
Shelimpele.
Okay, Shelimpele. Yeah.
Ura Dunfe. A common with your football, but now can't be.
Okay.
Yes, team no more 10 or a year Sumane. And no more de call Wenchi.
Okay.
Or no, a be United fan. Maybe a young apostles of power football. Into apostles no tena of fans win the apostles and Ketwa. Into the young apostles Nini Abba Premier League the main apostles ABA United that's what form
apostles of power soccer. Okay,
yeah,
BA United.
Yes.
And on what young apostles.
Ah,
so okay.
Young apostles. No teen a drew baby na of friends and me man a boy. If I do baby no person can make ram boy. But me mean say when in you and meant to me Enti Same a partner. And no more team free division or premier. And no more move no call a year wenchi. Na see wo no ye owura dumfe ba. Dr. Krate. Na mi hu
we na ye owura
dumfe ni.
Okay, on all TV.
Yes.
The new way na Dr. Krate.
Debi neba na esi.
Ah, SCU. Okay.
Na Dr. Krate.
Okay.
So, na yi Same na akotro won a Twitter handle na X. Say Maso Hansen ni nema na wo ye no no ka ho asemache. Na wanka na efi direct ba ka by implication no person chese mpanyimfo no ana efi fo no mo de ne operations na efi fo no say ensem na Same aka no they wrote to Same as a person, as a football person eno mo tro no say omra no meyi nsem na no wo hwe mu pa they did not write to young apostles enti kan yi mu pa nka say young apostles ye din. But let by young apostles for say young apostles and someone the name of say almost our member. Honestly, say if a CEO is writing and you address your club president as a member of the club, disrespectful. Very disrespectful because a member of a club there, a club president in your position kitwa. And ideally, what I'm not too sure, and I'm a person finally I'll say so. Same ni omu dwene ho ena omu yeso ma yentro na club no mpani baby ntra na me nko ame ntokwa nka ye ne kwan so a. But from what I've gathered no, the president was not consulted or the co-owner was not consulted on this letter. I was thinking that because Same was written as a person and he was to appear as a person, can the young apostle wait my answer be din no matter omu baby no more just Same ama na yeden akoka anase Mr. President, and some are kind dear. Your system, no, we are no do money be see a club issue. Now investment na kwa ye who be paying. Into sanity, yan day, nanka munina adrenaline. But I think Sanko Basa because tie some como any as in the interview Raya as a trend say the co-owner was actually not even consulted before the disclaimer was written. A catcher said and Fremana able internally within the young apostles and Shedanye and Frema Concon because Ura any Same Mummy and Muya club president and Ura Uba Moni Munamo when she was a own cry. Into Banu Betma is CEO, only CEO. And I'm sure the CEO and Sakran and Cabertole to be saying, the board of directors of the club should be in the know because it's a major issue. It's not an ordinary day-to-day administrative process. Now, what I've gathered, necessarily say, Ninsem now Atrono.
Ninsem now Atrono, mommy, bear 30 seconds.
Of course.
I mean, part of it, Kakrebi. Now, kind of Hansen and some. Also, I sounded the alarm bells months ago, but I was vehemently challenged with every attempt to charge me by the leadership of Ghana football. We've been suppressing the truth. And Accra Lions' recent complaint following Hansen's regrettable officiating in their Premier League encounter only highlights a phenomenon I called out the GFA about a month ago. I've been vehement in my calls for referee Maxwell Hansen and his likes, still marauding and compromising the appeal, quality and competitiveness of the Ghana Premier League to be flushed out. But I assume clubs need to experience their handiwork one by one to appreciate my crusade.
I like the last bit.
Yes.
On the need to say. And some will kind of know.
But Hansen,
Master Hansen, and Ninkrof to say or no Master Hansen. A parody of whom are riding around to say Domuya referees, and so you might be near Domuya.
Yeah.
Na Sansom were Canadian so be we are no.
Yeah.
Na GFA no baby omo person omo kata no kre no so they have been suppressing the truth.
Yeah.
Nemum oka obi amu anti obo mpaye se clubs no obia sa drona Maso Hansen mu dey force down the throat of people no. Obia be swallow
obia every go obia minim. No Accra
Lions afe na mo kasa. Oka no mo amu ya no obia me support no. Ye de di mu afe na mo kasa. On the empire say yefeni obia baako. Obia be hu how we draw na enyo.
Okay. I've been threatened many times already that this GFA administration will ensure foul means to relegate my club, Young Apostles. But I want to sound caution to them that it's not the worst they can do to me and my continuous investment and commitment to Ghana football. Nothing lasts forever.
And Crawford frame up bomb cocoa say, hey, Samina, okay, can sa FA dear. On my team now call relegation. So, Koso can same way dear, or football, no be guno. No, say me. The only bet my yemino, and no crowd there, so we way the Munya. When I did bet me come, be any. Sikane ade a media chef football mo ne me bra medin football enti se omudi mi team no kwa be ko relegation no e na ese me de ma no tuma se ehunu no entumi me mekoso akade.
But this coming from a former friend of the FA you can say
asem no waka
school yeah
obi be say who is Samuel Animado
Samuel
Animado was a close associate edu ba bi na omu ankrofo hwe anim se obetima ye vice no kra no ka obi a former ESCO member. And this current ESCO is no more part of it. And Sammy tells us that they have been suppressing the truth.
Wow.
At the FA. Na udi agra ibe good team. Crawford no. Send us some more candidate team Crawford don't be good team na ma wo. Omo ye kan kabi. Omo ka ye kan bi. Na do ano to tumza no. Ye be good team. Yes so say no. And na young apostle for ni suru say Sammy bi a we won kran. Who will be deal. You could be a team and a team you call relegation, be out the Ubecos ready. Ye, dear, here, and one who I mean, we are seeing I'm investment in ye. In Tinny, Mammy Pebby being far PZF for no. Then 10 years, don't fe. Oh, yeah, me back, won't try. Nyemfa kase yende ni mpohwe yesrewo ono ana ekeka nensem same no frɛ no ka kyerɛ ne sɛ yɛtwo yɛ ɔmo yɛntwo tro ne mfa nko obehu na ba abonten we are saying nkomo ne beba
so kujo fiano ne gal ka fo
fiano start ya na ka fo so ba se masa ye di esrewu ye ka ubi but nkrofo suru efe fo mpanyin fo ne sa
na so mbe good team nso e so atreman ne referee so atreman Eric
are they so scared
they ne see ho
Eric koka say omo ya koka say omo hia jiti
but so omo so dissociate omo free
say me ka me ade up to what Franco na racing
are they so scary
it's Franco
say ya to aba bedi anim na enye football no ni encreate sika na enyina eni bi yesuro yentimi nka wasem you be yesuro. Why should that be the case?
Now, so we could train a dream. Now, say other members of the management, you know, any na moment kana.
Omuni ni nyagya
na na team. We are CEO, we are president, we are whatever. Ako can simbi. Ye nyina ye no nyadwe even though we are member of the management and now we are head. Mayen kana.
General de obey ni say.
Yes.
Mo be di kan adwene ho ana mo be free ni.
Ya nwene ho na ako kan.
Oh, General.
So what do you do in that instance?
You find say at here na sebio o de wa ko kan bibi. Na Mr. Kessben ni ade no fi say asem na kan de yemwa. Nti omun ni kan mo amane se de wo kan yi antwa yi. Kotwe san na se yenye hu bibi. Ubehu a no mun so akotro bibi dia akanta wo de no without even discussions with you. No. We call it lack of institutional support. That's lack of institutional support. The institution you are working for is not supporting you, and it's not also not right.
BA United is playing in the 2nd Division League, Zone 4.
The main apostles.
They couldn't even raise a team to play their Week 6 game in the ongoing Division 2 League.
Wow.
Augustine Asante na Abraham.
Augustine Asante, former RFA
from Asante na Abraham.
So the main apostles is in Division 2, and the young apostles are traveling.
We are like a direction for quite a long time. And you know, when you're good leader, obviously, that is what you do.
Be a fans in the good. Be a Dennis Cabation, be a man I regret it. Let 1 or 2 bad results come. And some back can't also.
So when we are on bad results in a banyana Macau, Omobo no Moyene Hono. A bad results in the Macau.
I've been so close. Me name PB apostles.
Eventually,
supported.
Okay, but now. New Doc,
for the days of Georgia, you can see Sebun Shunum. Oh my goodness. Be the mama for loser there.
Okay.
General, I'm say, may we have done it to Toanano.
Yeah.
You see, General, it's a whole topic. Amenya and Kechina, Ibinya Brashe, and Makasa Bibre. It's something we have to look at it and face the reality. Sekotokone has a top player. As so more money bring no more ton within the next 2-3 seasons. Kotokone has almost pay players a ton more. Nesika bet team now feel yet so competitive. And otherwise, a baby bebano, they will still be where they are now.
Okay. I thought Maxwell Hansen was trained to work against only Bono Ahafo clubs. By his showing the southern clubs smaller to of his style. Dreams FC vs Accra Lions is just a comedy of what Maxwell Hansen has been doing in Bono for a year. Okay. Guessing. And aside the way Abraham. Owura Dumfe is a former player of RTU and BA United. And if in a Kayewe, Owura Dumfe does it offer Obi Awawu Mienu Nimian Sambani team Obium? Obioma who's a wow Mienu Miansa on foul da Ubunya Mieni on foul.
And okay,
I know. Okay. Before I call Andy came hono. Mamima Kwabe Miki Santo Fiano Mansu Emremo Kakra. Franco Naro is now called Doctor. If you see Esisa. Wow. Opaki.
You know, I'm okay. I'm coming pay.
Working a day.
The one summer na refi.
Giant because we can't. It is on one open.
Na no money shop on na the man aba honom. No nya call na say call no. E dey no say no spelling. No say no spelling names na. O bet sire.
One aspect of
Opaki. Nkofodi like omo say
Ophelia.
E be a Michael. Omo say be atwo MIK na L share ni mu. Oh, say Michael no. Onim spelling.
Oh, yes. Can we hold on come on.
E be a Michael. Omo say atwo MAKL. It's a Michael.
Nick you don't answer on the cross.
It's phone bad and the bad fire. No say that you have a call. No, the Opaki Michael say, what? Daddy,
this is that how Michael is
spelled? Michael is spelled. I say, what for some more so, but we have been to your school video. The money done for us. On spelling back, who crack correct.
Oh my God.
The money done for us.
Ocho baby, I don't go for
I was in walk to school, walk on. I was supposed to see what we had there, but see a bit. Yes, I was school to forget that at them.
The man is serene brutal in the grand woman.
About you, one I don't want both. So it's a baby. Come, Mickey.
Yes, General.
Okay.
And then, Jumedi, no,
okay. When free coffee, Sun City Radio tonight. Coffee, okay, not Augustine Asantis. Coffee Sun City Radio Sunyai me who love and see typing okay Obabe release be any mad okay my hem kwe opaki person can sing but say be obetron to ode atro better
onye audio
opaki voice note so na mix it so kebi bi pa ba where we boy watch on be 20 and we delete back
that's my can pa the secretary dey can come say fie nyansa
pa go the voice note brother
unity
last 3 pieces come minimum okay
sir come answer now be we no Kessben BOG Gala
okay
Enra no mu wie eye quarter final and match day 4
okay
Enra Paraku ni CPC
and the boy
okay a CPC share Paraku 3-2 me titi CPC ba minim se football share o sa o ba CPC for bonus o ni se o ka kire omo che Paraku Estate share omo 3-2 say dey ye do semi-finals fees we a BOG
yes
and Kessben media and the eba kwadu ya don park and so na 15th year da bay
15th
Sunday 10th until on the 15th and first semi-final match no ebeba so permanent yenya also enebo shen ene di besi ani na adechin on the 16th no semi-final match day 2 Alaba any CPC and also ye game Alaba for no team omo sponsors when him say Ombru for the sponsor Alaba me bisa mentiasi
so this sikam kwano
Alaba
when him Alaba sikam kwano
so you open
Alaba there
I don't know his space to space.
I don't know his space to space.
That's not space to space. Not space to space.
No.
Ti nyame aduma no baso tin.
Okay. General, during Kat's media press in Sunyai, Lord Zico made a disclosure, which I think is the downfall of BA United. Zico questioned why he, as the then CEO for BA United, was changed for his employee at Moonlight FM. Zico asked, "You changed me as a CEO and took my employee as a CEO, someone I pay salary to run the club after taking it from me, and you expect the club to succeed?" Those were his words. Isaac Owusu, Sunyai,
say friends of Opaki City supporters, no. Friends of Opaki.
Okay.
We Man City supporters in Ghana are not happy with what you guys are doing to my brother Opaki.
Have a nice polo shirt for you. But I'm sorry, what you've done to me this morning, forget it. Okay. Oh, Pakistan who say man can.
Me sure say again on the shop.
They natural man. They will video no man.
Yeah.
And the bill the man.
On the best send the test.
Yes.
Only one want me testing.
Opaki fa na me say ntade me closer gra me nya bi na
me baby gra
me nya baby na me ntade no gra gu boss me sponsors bebre
and the one for we see for polo shirt
ntade a me de che no
BOG Alternative Clinic and Diagnostic Center.
Yeah.
BOG and a day a year galano and so a basso coso credu yadom. Yeah, the BOG vinegar no ebiko ho enu nti ubetima pebiato a ubetima ko from semi-finals no benye biato e wo na hyene so BOG vinegar no enye duro bomode fa bi fra nsuo bi a wonum bia bomode fa hohoro nyema bi a wakototon vegetables a wakoto enama wakoto fa hohoro ho emu na ba beno ano fa BOG vinegar fa hohoro ho BOG vinegar no pebiato ba dum Asida house dudo bi a pebiano on sabetima kebe odi wani che BOG clinic so yare bi ha obiano for ko BOG clinic ye betimi aboa diabetes ana hypertension when you stroke or peptic ulcer or bone disorder and so you be a power asthma na wo so why kese obeso so te e BOG Alternative Clinic and Diagnostic Center. Your number is 0240 51 2171 0240 512171 and that's 0539 863838 0539 863838 Kumase yawo ayeteke kwan so udu de cabina na wasi from MTN for office no MTN for office na chiope ye ne eja hotel annex in the dinhwe animu okon kran se West Legon ye ne West Legon pharmacy in the dinhwe animu okotakra de wanaji ye ben choice mat hwehwe ye kira kwan na BOG clinic yare bi ha obia no ye betu ase e de amaw enne brena so I jumedie no ebaso Unity Annual Thanksgiving Service no ebaso and the day 6 p.m. no nsia pepepe our Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex on the biya jumedie no ebaso and inti senenso na ko de nyame ase ye 2025 mo 2024 nyame ye bi ma 2025 odi wowrem enyo bi bia nya opportunity ewura 2025 wey and the tosu dunso the 17th edition and ebaso anyom tofo awodo na eba elder Dr. Kwesimbre Kuba Sisila Mafo eba PSA Estaba Jack Alolomi Kwaku Jesse Georgia AJ Mabel Archery Dickin Samiba ACP Kofi Sapon Lady Sarah Victoria Safo Minister Akofa Enyonam Daniel Aye Agboro onoso bebiti enyom to fodie bebre speakers womo kasam ewo dwumedi na se womo ebi free Aye Germany ebi free South Africa ebi free US of A United Kingdom womo nyina bantene 6 p.m. ewo Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex Dr. Kwame Chase nasa Professor Dr. Kwame Chase ne Mrs. Favor Chase womo na dwumedi num esi womo enaso enunti hyene so na fo ni kire hobi na aseda yankoda nyankopon enso ase Totina 74 T74 edura wonum boost immune system ema immune system na ho de bem se de be yare bientimi embo eno ni Totina 74 num T74 nem boost immune system no num T74 ebeboa ema yare bi asiso ni peduam bia no aba besia ko obi a wo HIV obi a wo COVID wo fibroid wo asthma anase unante kakra wi ejuma kakra bi no abre obi a pressure wo so wo sugar level wo so when a prostate problem and chest pain gonorrhea syphilis kidney problem lungs problem now what a Totina 74 your number is 0240 73948 0246 073498 0246 073498 ubetima frame one number way so Dwabura Bank Limited a bank I don't want to almost sikasem ekuye demand will be a person be savings account current accounts daching investment account shares and a person tom and nasa susu microfinance and now pese oya ni na so beko Dwabura Bank Limited na ya boa your number is 0271 409340 0271 409370. Your branches are branches libo ejuso bonre abuaso dwaben pankorono onye Roman Hill Magazine New Road Sipetimpum Fumesa any addition market uduwa ubohu yen enso ho hebaso cream cream a bema na apply bema be apply hebaso cream ni bi wo apply baso cream ni bi wia after 30 minutes wo akọ wash na bredu so no ba no eba be hiem ena ba boa mo tima satisfy oba no wo ye bema na ho bantem wo ye bema ni obehiem o ma na ninje wo ye bema mo oni oba ni hiem oba on bebiem because one satisfy no enunti ena wo so kunya hebaso cream in a sachet hebaso cream in a tube ebeye juma kwan sonko so e de amount any drug store chemical shop bia bekobia no obenye bia to bema kope baso cream ni bi toba kotobi na fama bema no na onyusi abra moba be hiem baby bia bekobia menye bia to ko no enye bia na wafre ye number ni 0244 750 510 0244 750 510 bofro number we so ye bejo so usisi ukotoje woposo wechinkase na ye oya ohonam tutu rheumatism na hawa elephant ointment Sadiq herbal powder ewo dwasum kope Sadiq herbal powder ni bi na powder di begu team ukokom eduane bia wudi bia na de gum ekoni pedue no ma ekwakotu koko nase the amount and the elephant herbal mixture and so be just so 100% herbal and so no more ebeboa usisi yare no ebeko the amount Flexon 600 a stroke a draw will be a stroke how there Flexon and also kopebito na wonom onom Flexon a betu stroke na sin at the amount Amalina Children's Heaven eton kuranyema akwara bibia pebia to no furniture Malina osabetimi akebi Amalina Plaza no ewo Santasi runabout wo head towards Patasi wonsa nifa so ho ene bia ya wudro obehu Amalina Plaza ho enkuranta de bibia pebia to bia no furniture Malina wonsabetimi akebi number 0501 672 445 0501 672 445 Wofro number we so ye bejo so Coca-Cola original regular taste in 300 ml glass bottle no ewu jaso 3 cedis 50 pesos ope Fanta original regular taste in 300 ml glass bottle na and also be ewu jaso and also 3 cedis 50 pesos and the pets Coke no so aba and also ope bottle no bakwa 6 Ghana cedis baby bia wo bia no obetimi atobi na wo so wetimi akwanko enjoy GLC contractors womo airpel wo na wo hwehwe wo mo hwehwe se imponobia upe juma ye excavator operator and nasa semi trailer driver we obia upe juma ya opportunity no aba e di amount de here so be frey ya number is 0551 505267 0551 505267 offer number we so ye bejo so Benham of Travels our Brepo Junction JP filling station in Chaope. Your number is 0244 921 232 0244 921 232 dear ye ye penipa 20 we a genuine crojin ye penipa 20 within 6 weeks near process will be biamo ye do ko a Germany and Spain enti sene so we a work permit visa and ya dem uduru ya na wo akoye adwuma for nipa 20 pe and it bomoden na hwehwe kira kwan ya number is 0244 921 232 obi apese ukọ Spain and as Germany general yemfa insi hanomo
yo erebesi hana fe ya to aso de amamabo du mienu apa honsima aduasan ba kon pepe Kessben television Midfield action Kessben 93.3 Kumasi Kessben 92.9 Accra referee kala oni Andy Kem afedi aka no memfa mamo na yenhwa man for questions na mde bae no baby amode ebefa kala mama sha sem free way
baby a be sha se baby a Franco na rotina ya owura sami ani mado na se ma okai
question bi bae minim na ro tre na dwen ho se sa na tie
na mi tie no
I don't know
na o se ball no penalty
shootout ɛna ɔkeke ball na ɛkɔ ball post no ɛbɛ ball goalkeeper na ɔkɔtɔ net go okay
because yɛ pɛ sɛ wɔn the end result dama ball no bɛ seize no ɛna kyerɛ sɛ obi ahɔ ankɔka no sɛ ɔbɔ yɛ no goalkeeper na yɛ sɛ ɔkye no nti wɔntumi ankyena so ɔpan so bɔ ana sɛ sɛ akɔkɔ hyɛ a obi amfa no wɔn ambɔ bi nti perfect goal
okay
nti deɛ na meka no sɛ same anima na mene ne kasa meka sɛ ɔno mom na akɔfa saa ne ɔno ɔsɛ
animado
yeah
okay
because yɛkɔhyia ɔka so a na ɔka na refereefoɔ na deɛ nam sɛ referee every world bia no referee autonomous nti sɛ referee sɛ asɛm si referee mu a refereefoɔ naa na ɛfa saa asɛm no na ɛfi no advice but sɛ si ɛnɛma na ɛkɔ so no dwo ɛsɛ deɛ ɛfɛ no ana take control of the referees and they say we are referee now could be one who can man then you are victimized not just say ultimate say we what I say
referees no F in the control
they say yes I can say it unlike first because first you know some quiet match but I maybe do come say game Zova chairman what could the match about where the crack training who drew on my wa be the be house as what can say and now technology abay crown and say can referees one day be prepare ɛnna sɛ nke esu adeɛ bebree fi sɛ ɛnna no kɔ ba clips ne bɛ ba referee na district na wɔn no dabi house kakra a wɔbɛkɔ a wɔde bɛ boa for development fee na wɔbɛtua no ɛboa kuo no eti sɛ ɔno ne kuo na ankɔ matches a na wɔn kyerɛ no eti all the time wɔn hwɛ sɛ wɔn bɛnya people a wɔn yɛ quality ɛna ɛfɛ no wɔn select de ama ɛfɛ no but ɛnna no ɛfɛ no te akra na leader na choose sɛ obi ti kumase sɛ bɛsi nkɔ yɛ match. Amra nipa kron so training the whole week so Australia the whole week nobody knows and nobody cares and these are the things that Sami and him confess and no man be kind of catch the Sami and no man akofa ba no and then the be papa ma ade chen papa ma I called him and told him say once na make no say brother okay no ano so there are certain things I hu here and you can say no man am here no mun jai na refuse association take his charge no eba kese nge kasa no ye mfa so bo nkobo efe no ye baka se referee na training ni papa amfa ma efe no enka ko ba ye nka referee na ye bo mo so bo ke referee before na ye bo mo so bo na individuals na ye bo mo so bo wan na ko pa necessary referee no anka ni ko no before se ka ba ma me match no ike asante tia obaka se oba frɛ yi referee committee chairman no aka che ne say Masa Eriko Subenza for the past 2 weeks crowd on ba training on ba meeting I didn't know a man match but then obi an control bia okoya match ba na se BBC akola na esenka akola be sure bibi afri no no e bi ni hosa so these are the things I catch them so man nyai sa na man na those investors no do musika here football they are going to suffer that if we say be ku okito bi na omko na ye de ompe na omo ye wi a na wo investor ya soma obi so my match no be match be wi no say ni pan why na ekohwe no so akosua ade e ka first no bi say dan lie how dare you say wakoye match you be ka say dan lie umba training umba meeting ube banu bo say misala you no ti o twe na de wa be gina bonte then na 75th minute to go ya sa de we explain to the public I reference na to ho na we explain ya de kudi enti akoye ye say we mistake they correct you but na entisa mikro mu suta bom kro ti odi match you no come match o pram ba o se ma come match no abetra ho 2 weeks and asa ma the match de okoye no akoye say papa o say boni o akoye na ye to aso so these are the things I say about so if you don't take care Joe e be hard to be prepared bad leaders and is omo lead here e ma ye ho kire ye okọ ba bi bebrebe a okọ referee association of England ma Sunday and no mo ye ni na ma Sunday be kire okọ ba bia na omo nto omo referee association ento ntwene efisa efere ntimi descend and come krombo nkronkwe district no so aye referee association na district no no ojo na select referee ko usubenza from Sudan say besinko they call part of them and it's your name about how was your training no okay so these are the things if you don't take care for next 5 years better say then who's will be investing of football no maybe who never catch and say on very baby
now the lineup of Asante Kotoko up front is going to be like this. OSA well, we're going to have Opoku, Samson and Amwa. OSA all right, why do we Subai Andy?
Yeah. Peter Amidu Akwa pick it from Munjobi or baby and no, yes, I want to know.
Peter Amidu Akwa.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the last match is no more winning in a performance. And they do more winning.
Okay.
All check it from season start here now, and hold in what Fema. Now on Timmy Mono. This time he's playing well. Against House of Folk, he was a thorn in the flesh. Against Gold Stars, he was all over the place. Now Gold Stars intimate Takeno. And then also Mkudi red card on the side. I agree Samson Aduku is a very good player. When it is Tamale City, I was two Kayako Asia and Wasamba. Pempi, a Cassie players, so I'm two Kankoba. Almost a Bombeji League now. But he had Peter Amidu Akwa to contend with. Just that. So far, some Senedukua mostly perform on the left side of the attack. Be a friend number 11, a hono boy and no tired, and the last game, I will be Osha Koto game bien who say, Coach Prosperity prefers Abetam was a bit me or Nekwami Poku 2 top and back be far left and back be far right. But I come teaching the bar a warmer players or more 80 is still at the very Kotoko team. It depends how the coach use him. Still on Kotoko, on the issue of, I still don't think Kotoko is doing well now. Now Nibemwa, you disagree with Nipa, not the question about it.
Okay.
But me jitu mu say Kotoko bolik no mo the sisi a obi antimi kanchi obi aso my ade. But nansay die from Adriana Gold Stars Dreams Hassle Folk Mediama games ne dey say yo Kotoko akwa around 6-5 games or mun should be. If you are using the word now Kotoko is doing well. But overall say ye bolig we na Kotoko the sisi a obi antimi kojina ba bia so my ade. Obi antimi hold brief bia for anybody. But now they are doing well. But overall, seats on the league table, Kotoko and Nadia.
Asante Kotoko is in a very good shape presently. The inclusion of Malik Jabir is very positive. I believe his institutional memory is really helping. I'm also happy that finally Blay is playing at his favorite position, and the results are showing. God willing, we shall win the league and go to Africa to make an impact. Viva Fabulous. Happy birthday to Super Obondede. Lavancy. Jumawura Ankasa. Anyway, bye. And then Obondede birthday. Hey. And that's Friday. Hey. Super Obondede. Mama, we so happy birthday, my brother. Na nyankwada na sika so meka ho fi so wonumi upesika akasa
na wonto ba bia wa makomni askrom.
Happy birthday Super Obondede. All right, yentwa so Andy
enti na coach be na ka se ye league no mode bona of fam and asema maka repeat say no kurani na me anim ye league ne de say yo or share the standard of play na league in our fam. Born na mo bomma ye hwe no teams na ho den individual players no and the brand of football na mo de man na me no kura nim ye ahoden wo fam and anyone was say upon how Kotoko it has to folk at a point where crawling on the league nim na still no omo ye team omo ye in contention for the league title, and knowing very well said the Ghana Premier League in Pempi no na second round na ho den no team senator no enye won ase Kotoko I agree say Venus ni bi o mbekọ aiden ba jeno a me bi ogidie pa say Kotoko omo ye omo ne ma ye league ni kra bi an committee, because how they started say nye blip on the buy no mo benya omo issues here and there me show say league in committee. And from the very first day, I've been consistent with it. Okay. I don't see any reason why Kotoko should not win this league. They have everything to win it. Nobody will accept any excuse. People can accept that excuse, but me there. You know, season in Kobe we na Kotoko any league na obi am excuse bi am metie. Say players were new. No. Any new asem. Ghana Premier League ni sa will be there. New. But season be obi find a way to win. In any case, Mediama were about 70-80% of the squad know already what has been their position on the Ghana Premier League. And Kotoko everything quality. They have a coach who have won it. Politically, they are stronger. They have external and internal motivation to win it. And there's no excuse for Coach Prosperity Ogum and his players. They have to win the league. And for me, I'm expecting them to win it. You know, on the issue of Asemba, I coach and who film, they say. eya na timu mpanimfo ni bi wo omo ne FA president ne wo contacts omo nipa no enti so omo nipa no a who expect say asem ne badge no they will not choose whoever on board at the expense of the FA president. Young apostles are already doing fair. Oh, come on, we campaign Palmer President Keta. No, dear anymore. The video was all over the place. Oh, Jinani Muka say, oh, take a decision be on here. Or my boot, one by Jesse. And he will not choose Mr. Nimadu over President Ket. In any case, Kotoko Echo US no oh can one team and more benefited from Kotoko US trip na Young Apostles can home. Or more rep was part of a contingent or more call US embassy no. A team all benefited from that situation there. I expected that say obie nim say nim ado asem okan no no cry obie ntimi challenge no a statement of fact na some okan I don't think anybody who obeka say o challenge bia or you do emotional argument because obie nim say poor officiating no ye league na wom Master Hansen needs no identity kalada mo question ma na just unfortunate say okasa ya man ka bi senka are rag for no Mon, even the days of rag, Master Hansen was officiating the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's all yeah, dear.
Ghana Master Hansen, dear, has here, you know.
Tio said, Bibi American say, and then make a technology. She said, come by a bit of clip near the actual idea. It is a mistake, no. You dare not. And I said, the banner come, or could he match bar, or being Ghana Samo. Sa refu krona ye kase me kase se me meti mikro mu nsuta na se be koye match ba maka obi enu obetu me fo sabe ye ni yo sabanye ni yo eni ti sa problem wo nti e bia ma so lance then time na say now you know okọ match ba e na temafo no de the clip asi o e no mu yi kire ne se match akodi akola bi pe so hia ade free wo a ono anka bia nko behwe no obohu se bia nchechemu ne nchechemu ne aka bia ta no ma no hu free no so ti ase na mom essence sa no ma no any onti no and then ukoye match ba nobody correct your mistakes what do mistakes say papa o say boni o what you obi anka so sa na tie nye say bia rag for it can rag on ma rag will say it rag will force say benya clip no wa hwe no obi a hwe because about round about teaching material ama kola bia enti wo nipa no wan kasa obesesa if so bo sa kola bia o hwe no on ne busa sa questions no let's go te no be let's go te be good reference because oya match wia no do atena se can be mistake kire me that time you need technology no o se kan kire me de ma ye na nkola no ya ba foforo na ye yesu ade no that time it be ko tumra no ye say 76 minutes o se say na tie ye hu say o se say na tie zove come match no forward na ti o tua o keska ko de ko me say me si ko di match no any tie that time na utim say ahofama ne wo ho etine ehun so akola mu say okoya match bo nim say e be punish no e be suspend no ene bi ni ho
karame no ya adwen da bia say so wo kase yem fa referees ho ahwan ni nyina ma raka be wo ho eno de me ne wo ya adwen say mu take control na me wo ho but the point I'm making is that even the days where rag were in charge of our football Master Hansen was still an executioner. Intinyan na obey executive the hard job of the FA. Sadia na wa ye from tete e the babisi ne. Enti I agree right to take over the referees issues appointment whatever but Master Hansen time na mo control football Ghana no. He was still the executioner and all your brafo or ye adwuma na football association from President Kosina Ntachi time the bisi ne. Wa yes adwuma ne sa the matches are there o gogula will be pray wo e be sit there enti enye rag nko ana mutimi defe referees na mo correcting mistake there be papa we ya on the TV so wa had team sa from tete e the baby sit there enti I don't think the rag alone na kala sata mi na mo sa hwe ma obedi matches ah enti na ye born no free say na nya no wa say no me see this weekend ya be want e be sa man match so on san konkodi enti
unya hash no so do
the mekafan who be a statement of fact e bien what you are doing today.
I'll bet you support whatever you say. Videos,
oh, you know, hey, no, why? Kotokone, media ma de tutu, how did not video who panatida, and we are born some master madiache. Be United, said, I know you have be okay. Reaching FC, no, dreams in Accra Lions di Kalakra share na ne se afem obi ahwa na ne se afem hwa Sandiara is an advocate for the FA but you know I article out trade file who you was in a raho any mado was just a member of the association not long ago hwa some oka efa maso hands didwa enipa amabobo mu nyina cannot be wrong Ghana referees no you know we class higher the match until only size wa ye dwuma na che ankasa na wa bimu na efe ni nso ntini hu jai ntini obekoso aye dwuma na ya ye nie e de ama efe no no mo mpanimfo se de be ya football bekoso akofem enti je no we wa ya che wa ye for over 10 years kalemro 10 years wa yes
kala ko fana so ono kala asma wo kan no ya adwana
de nti am de ne ba de se
so wo ka se kala emro 10 na je se kala no ya adwini se wa ye hatchet job no for more than 10 years nti kala no ya adwini de wo kan nyina ba menye so se kala no ya adwini kala draw no to aso na
me ba jino kala wasam na wo me ba me am say andi na kana asem yes na me busa no yes na de obetimi aka jino kala nkada sema so hands wo ye hatchet job ba obi owo ma mu bi including referee bia e jina ni hu akala be confirm ba onka including no bia
don't say that
so me kala you were free me andi na make
so kana say
referee kala yes dear me ye to obetimi dia
but say what do referee or such an experience referee and until no ka untininka so far make like I say league na ebono say nebibia make so one of the oldest
ni mate bi anim
oldest referee
ni mate fo nyina na access pose che omo ni mate bi anim enti general wa che wo mpa na o say ye ball no de man panifo ni mate bi anim ni tananafo say oni ho referee suka oni ho
ni tananafo ho
oda so di Ghana Premier League oh okay referee suka
de so
oni ho de ba ku ye che no santas run about so oni nyina ni enti asem ni nyina ne say
why the change santas
oh ana video ba ko de ko santas run ba ko ja upon chance de oh what video no
okoji upon chi we
oh so ono ne bribe no ko santas run about police station chen ono kokoji kala nye oh asem ne video e ba e nyandi na de ba e no kura na meka we unyina mu ni enti nya asem bia enti asem ni nyina ne say opani no wa ya che kala o say ye bo no muka bia mo no nurudwem oye de ma FM panimfo no o mpe ye bo no
bia anama host adwuma no ye de ma me do allegations endorse
you know them you
go team house and
the allegation dey asema mekan
o se ko ti obi o sanda
I'm not expose no what video ni bi
no one team sanda
me pe ni dey am o mo de baba sit here ono de na sanda
obi am me breakthrough
say you make bia obi ani
go team so o ye den sanda
so ono ne bribe no ono ko je no
everywhere
me did ni baba I think he was at that day or something what they me pen din dia ba
karaoke
so maybe
me did not so you can free BM
video
no ba ko ti obi o san bia say expose ni dia
expose ni about
referees bebre but the obi o san tasa no o je de ba de
no ni kare na demu dia ho no je no o di no eti we dey na who say asem is
kala on kan o de trauma no bia se bia na uni
then you are
actually pado and as expose me said down share sada
na dey so be
all right
na dey so be enti you me boki enti asem ne say oradum fe and young apostles omo benefit from FA no enti omo ntimi nyi president Ket ne na FA ne ma enti na swiftly omo de omo letter by because kotoko contingent na e ko US no young apostles for no more rep mo ko US embassy ho enti general omo so benefit
asenze osi kotoko ko US young apostles ai
microphone na FA do omo ko embassy so omo ko pebesan young apostles rep was part of the people
na eno no esim say asma
and akotoko ko mo trip na FA no e be da akofa young apostles so ongo bi until they have benefited for the FA and as again Oradumfe was a campaigner for
the two kwaya unim say FA yi mpanifo mo di team nanim team bia wo two kwan bia ye wo omo aye so believe delegation
FA crown sanction na untimi nko it is FA delegation
team be two FA delegation kan na delegation e free FA ko no eni so munya visas ana
okay good
so me nimo worry
in the era of Herbert Mensah na kotoko two kwan na Legon City rep young apostles rep Samates rep ene de kotoko
ye two kwan bia na FA reps kan
eye baako Do you know?
Enya bako.
Okay, do you know?
Go ahead more than bako.
Okay, do you know after man am ko Vodacom no. Omo anu omo dem ko bobo omo di.
Mintim bobo omo di.
Omo free sa class da.
Names no me nya no off hand of am.
But you say me nya.
Ba na F4 the tukwa.
No, me dispute too taking FA official.
But be able ko bia na F4.
Me dispute too FA.
By that time na ESCO members.
Kala wo dem me ba. Me dispute too. You know, me dispute no more me bu omo ESCO members. 11 ones omo nipa be na ESCO member. Some test nipa be na ESCO member. Sergio,
oh, say F4 can
mean dispute to
this F4 no be
a PP of high repute and high ranking members of the FA, not representatives of for class. Until me busa say ESCO members no 11 wonders ni be no Lagos cities ni be no some test ni be no mo na de kotoko US.
Okay, worry no.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, members of
FA. Omo de kotoko trip no
club.
There be. Until you don't expect say.
So a club rep no so sanso ye FA members we.
Many problem.
Sanso e can ESCO.
No, ESCO member is an ESCO member or a people of high rank within the football association. But any omu bia. Until omo benefit na omo penny say a game changer campaigner. You don't expect to ru any mad when watching home. From the game changing now no say lose ya e wo ESCO ho no wo expect say omkota na che omontada dinwa enu nti na omde letter ne bae the same thing applies to so obi atwini hu bia na che so omka ho hwe ga aka de no Mr. Anzamo pe ga aka chama no say omo na epe nti ubo am pe support kakra mfim pen for ho eje ti na kudofia no kwaye the comment omo say ye mumu akwa pacho de ama so who situation it is no omo ntimi ntwe omo it is the reason why omo ati elete no atimi aba obi say yes I cast yensa ke watara nana tatu me na me hu ansa en fama how to form akọ catch watara some man press conference view no because as I win it so if a team is winning and they are performing why do you expect us to say that we should sack him we said they should sack him when they were not performing it is enko yia e ho na ye catch coach ni mo de ball fem na yempam no as of now has are performing and they are winning. So why do you want us to say that they should sack the coach again? Pep Guardiola winning 2 matches, no be a policy and sacking. You know, be the means.
All right, Andy came.
You know what
na ya wrap up na ya pgmu na breaking news before and so about transit Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra na fi mo amoshe live on DSTV channel 364 afi Go TV channel on sabakan o 121 social media handles ni na onsa ebeka Kessben TV and so ewo ho bamocho makamisan sisubium se February bosome no da etoso mienu station no ebi ebeka ho anaye tre ya tabam ubenya Kessben TV Plus Kessben TV Plus and so eba den Kessben TV Plus usabeka yen morning show ni sports ni ade nyina no usabeka yen or Kessben TV Plus sanso na Asida TV more digital no kala so see nipa bebre was stadium area ho ni ade digital no anti honso no ombenya wo Asida TV
from next month
free February bosome nda etoso mienu 2nd February Asida TV into your area of one na can never boom
na betu
na besan back and me ahodo pi e wo Ghana you get us on Asida TV internet no Bafu Polo edru fiada menim say ana ye share ntade special bi who as a t-shirt who as a the said pam as a special pamcho almost head of marketing department or Bright Owusu Ajiman Mr. Imspect or menim ha menino bekasa kakra that is say
Nyakopon Adam Sejo
right bibia eboko
body na dum bibia kama pa
me feel wo yi no super wow
we natural nya dread menunu menya ne hwe
wow wow something nana pa okay Bafu Polo mo hasam kakra bi mo ye info
All right. Sergio Nyamisha, Mechia Kessben, TV ni radio, TFO nyina, Nyamisha obia na on to be able to me say and then say kakra ni ho a. Bafu polo said ye ne boy for kra na nya dia also with my den.
Okay.
Atobi. Na Sergio ni nyina ne say bafu polo eye dwumadie bi a ye wo Ghana ha. Eye Ghanaian owned. We enye broni bia de mfiri ba bia. Na de enwanwa wo ho ne say ye ntare no ye the African print na ye.
Okay.
Enti wo hwe polo shirt ye hye kama ya ayentuma ya ayentuma pa na but obehwe na bi ebe ya say we dey free western world and abana so na ntesa because ye tune ye ho say ye the western standard no ye ankasa yentuma e dey aye polo shirts round neck shirts v-neck shirts golf shirts e dey amagana for ne bibi man nyina and abrofo kra ya age aboso and abrofo ya age aboso one of why if we be no kase Oko UK recently.
Okay, now from now.
Yeah, also the other call mama na famba. O margin nyina e de agu honom. And na brofo no e je aboso. Bafu polo, ye na see ye mark all the 3 boxes. Who say dwumadie bia beba so na out of these 3 boxes no chusumu mienu and that group or that company is good to go. The first one quality. The second one fastness. And then the third one affordability. Baoba bafupolo ye more affordable. Ye dey more at quality because pure you can say African print. Ye pure cotton. Yes, are they more fast. And then yes you order before 10 a.m. on sabe Canada no. Wow. Yes. Unimu ye be di animu ya palm size that our honor. I see. Unya order ya 10 a.m.
Dana on satimika.
On satimika. Wow. Be before 10 a.m. Ade chinya won sabe kan pepepepepe enen enye no nko a mo hwe de hye joy mo hwe de na hye andi kaftan bia 3 pieces bia gbada bia na ope bia no wo frɛ bafo polo na on ye din sa wo so a ye be ye de ama se jo betim de number na to ja
why not fanama to ja me work a few seconds be fanama no to ja wo hia pa
ye numbers no 0249 600 789
okay
and your second line is 0599 899 919.
Okay, so Castillo.
Your first line no 0249 600 789.
Sure.
And your second office line no 0599 899 919.
Wow. Sure. You better sipa, you better afro na mabedi nkomo kakra e wa ha. Say montade no ye quality no wo for ba ye mua wo.
No kwase.
Say be di na ya send your TV so no. I just say you quality no ansana ya jatum na yashe nti fiada mu se yes bafu polo omontade na quality no wo suru ntra mesel for numbers no na mo ne omo inni enkomo na yes mo san di ene lunch bi amode abre wa no branches and lunches whatever
no ya papa ni area dia ya kabo e for the branch
ya demasi fiada momre kalansu bi na Fridays ana ni ne dijuma
all right
na onso ense kakra ye da sepa bafu polo bright usu ajmana head of marketing department Mr. Inspect didi enso ba kono no ye da munyina ase ye de besia na breaking news abjafo enso ababe transi ye besane mo atransi nyame aduma ochina ewo final whistle to media so but also
chiada kusi
da kusi okay
chiada me kind of say
the problem